This portion of the Chad Benson Show is powered by NCA, National Certified Alarms and Long-Term Contracts. Lesson number 645. They need some certified alarms. I'm looking at the guy. My assumption is it's a guy. In front of the house, dressed up like Black September. You guys remember those guys wearing the ski masks back when they took the Israeli hostages?
Yeah, you can't see. The only thing you can see the eyes and what appears to be some facial hair.
Yeah.
Around the mouth.
That's it. But
that's it. This dude is zipped up tight.
And he has gloves on. He's got the whole 9 yards when he came over to Nancy Guthrie. That's crazy. So, and they were showing pictures of him like in front of the cameras. So he knew what he was doing.
How weird, man.
Yeah, really. Nancy Guthrie. Like, what? You would think you have to know who her daughter is.
Yeah, you've got to think that, don't you? I mean, why would you take an 84-year-old woman from her home?
He knew where the cameras were. He knew what to cut. And you don't have that kind of familiarity with the house unless you've been in it.
Yeah, either unless you've been in it or you know somebody who has been in it.
Something interesting in this one photo. He's holding weeds or something, or flowers or something up to the camera. And then it looks like his mouth in the photo that was taken, or maybe there is light reflecting off of his mouth.
Yes, it looks like he's almost got he's got a light in his mouth.
Yeah, bingo.
Like he's like, one of those things where you're working on something and you put the little flashlight in your mouth.
I think you got it, brother.
Yeah,
Chad.
that's what it looks like.
I think that's it.
Man, it is creepy.
Why is he holding a handful of what appear to be flowers?
Yeah, I don't know.
Upside down.
He was going to give them to her.
I mean, what a weird. It just gets weirder
and weirder. Because yesterday, one of those things was was it 5 o'clock? So 7 o'clock our time, or 6 o'clock our time, I think, because they're only an hour now behind us, that the next deadline went. And they're very, nobody's really saying anything about, is it because they thought originally there was somebody driving a van, and they got it like a picture of it, and I guess they went and interviewed the guy, and he had nothing to do with any of that stuff. And that was like 2:30 or 3 in the morning, right around there. Somebody went to get, because that's what you do. It's like, I got to go kidnap somebody, but then you know what? I'll get gas afterwards. That wasn't going to happen. But this is just so bizarre. How long do you think they've had this?
Well, from the story that ABC News was running, is that apparently Nest has been working to get this because, she did not have a subscription, but it doesn't mean that apparently the Nest system was not recording. It's just apparently took some time for them to produce these images, is from what I'm understanding.
They probably had to do some legal wrangling where they're like, well, we're not supposed to know. You guys are not supposed to know that we're really recording you, and kind of thing, even though you don't have a subscription. But you can see nothing about this guy. There's nothing. If he shaves off his facial hair, you know nothing about it. There's no hair. And it's black and white, so you don't really know any eye colors.
Right.
But I will tell you.
It looks white, though.
Huh?
Or it looks white or Hispanic, though.
Yeah, yeah. And I will tell you this, the mask thing he's wearing, when they got the close-up, it is creepy. It's Halloween-y.
Yeah.
So, but, now the question is, was this guy or other people involved, if there is that, were these the people asking for the Bitcoin?
That's the whole thing, man.
And where's the, it's the proof of life, because there's been none of that.
No.
There's been none of the proof of life.
Well, that they've announced. They could have gotten something, and then the police were like, sit on this.
Yeah, I guess so. But now that we know that there's this, but yeah, that is weird that he's got flowers or bushes.
Yeah. So it looks like he picked up a handful of weeds or something that happen to have flowers in them.
And that almost looks like a boxing mitt that he's got in his hands. So this is, and he's got, it looks to be like a backpack on as well. So he came loaded for like he was there.
To do something.
Yeah. They say he's an
on a
armed
mission.
individual. I don't see any guns or anything.
No. I can't
Carrying
tell.
a backpack of tools, the mask, all of that stuff. And man, it is so bizarre. It is so bizarre.
Probably brought something to tie her up with.
So, yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, I've said it may not be a family member, but would it be somebody associated with the family member who maybe told somebody about something and maybe they decided they were going to do something the family member didn't know? Or maybe the family member said, I won't be involved, but in case you want to, and we know so-and-so will pay. Because of how it looks like he knew exactly where to go. And then, of course, you call it's the gardeners. You call the whoever comes out, and checks the meters and, cleans the gutters and the pool guy. Man, everybody. Man, crazy. Ken, good to have you back, brother.
It's good to be back, boys.
So, got that phone call. Yes, Ken, let me tell you about my Super Bowl Sunday really quick.
Let's hear it, man.
So, I tell Bell, hey, Bell, I'll text you on Sunday morning. Tell you what time to come over. Sounds great. I text him. Hey, Bell, game starts at like 5:30, 5:45. Why don't you cruise over at like 4:30 or so? All right, sounds cool.
Oh, you forgot the part where you were criticizing me for something because I said it was because I said you wouldn't text me.
Yeah, but I did. But I already texted him. He's like, you're never going to. Okay, yeah. You could come over. We're very excited. Steph and I get the house ready. We go out. We go to Publix. We get chicken wings. We get all the stuff. What's Bell like? You get this, you get that, the whole thing. We got all that stuff. And we're in line. I turned. I said, I know he's going to flake on us. Like 30 minutes later, text comes through. I don't think I'm going to make it. I don't feel good.
And I still don't.
Yeah. I had 400 chicken wings.
Much to my demise, so did I. I had about 400 of those and a whole bunch of cowboy caviar.
And I came out of the bathroom and Ken goes, I've been there the last several days. I'm like, oh, did you now? That was something, huh? Look at that there.
Hey, at least I've been showing up to work, even though I feel terrible. Ken was like, I didn't get enough sleep. I'm taking a day off.
Now, in my defense, boys, I was ready to come to work, but fortunately, Brother Jay Harper was free for the day, and he was able to do it because, I mean, really, the only thing I suffered from was a lack of sleep. I was just dead. It had been kind of a rough weekend. Saturday, we had kind of a rough weekend because I was up all night Saturday, too.
Oh, so it wasn't, you've been just going all at it all weekend?
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. We started making it early in the morning. I've been crapping since Saturday. So
We've
I
been
got that.
tailgating since Friday evening.
Yeah, so it is man, that was, I'm like, oh, man, he's not going to show for the fun.
And then I didn't even finish the game.
No, you didn't? Well, trust me, it wasn't a great game.
It really was. The first half, I was just like, well, apparently New England cannot do anything.
No, they cannot do anything. They cannot move the ball.
They could not move the ball.
So, somebody pointed out in the video up there of the guy trying to break in, or what he did, that he's got a holster on. So,
okay.
Which is, that's interesting. Yeah, he came. So, God, it's so bizarre. And then now they're showing more pictures. He comes, he looks like he's breaking in. Now he's going back and he's grabbing if you're watching this, Ken, he goes back out and he grabs what looks to be bushes.
Yeah, it looks to be he's holding a handful of flowers.
Yeah. He goes back out to these. He's on the porch. He walks back outside to the sidewalk. And if you guys know anything about Arizona, everything is rocks and cacti.
Yes.
And he grabs what appears to be a whole bunch of, either like desert flowers or,
right.
And then he comes over and he keeps hitting this thing. It's so weird. It is so weird. What the hell is wrong with people?
And look at that backpack. I mean, that backpack is loaded with something.
Yeah, and it's a nice backpack, too. It doesn't look like some cheap backpack, and he doesn't look like he's like a ne'er-do-well based on what he has. So this is going to be interesting.
So weird.
It was so weird. Yeah, that football game was is about the best way to describe it. I said the Seattle's defense is just too damn good.
Man, they are. They're real good.
Too damn good. And here's the crazy thing. They get everybody back next year. They've got a crap ton of picks. They've got like 1 first, 1 second, 2 thirds, a bunch of like 5th and 6th rounders, and they don't owe anybody big money.
Yeah. They've got a great front office.
Yes. Yes, they do. That's what matters. Well, it's like, look at, poor Sam Darnold. Look at that guy. Right? You go to the New York Jets, you go in there, the Jets are always going to crash.
No pun intended.
Yeah,
well,
they are.
Maybe pun intended.
Yeah, they were always going to hell. Right? It matters where you get drafted and by whom you get drafted. As much as I look over there and I see Patrick Mahomes and I think greatness, if Patrick Mahomes is playing for the Titans, do I think he's got 3 Super Bowls or whatever? No chance.
Yeah, you got to have people around.
Yeah.
Too.
Do I think that all of these players, when you go and look, like Josh Allen had to go through hell with the Buffalo Bills, where you go and look and see like Lamar Jackson, he was on a team that was already awesome with a great front office. You're going to do better. Your goal is to fall down into the late first round. That's where your goal is to be if you're a quarterback, because you're like, all right, this is going to be okay. This is going to be okay. A lot of stuff to get to today. By the way, speaking of that, it's Hot Take Tuesday. Hot Take Tuesday.
Hot take.
And speaking of football, wait till you guys hear how much money the teams got for winning, but where they won the game matters when you hear about California, because it's insanity across the board. So we're going to talk a bit about that. Obviously, more what's going on with Nancy Guthrie is now I was watching so I'm watching the Olympics because I love the Olympics, because it's just, Matt and I were talking about this yesterday. You watch none of these sports, right? Not a word, but they're on. I'm like, hot damn. Yeah. Are you kidding me? I want my curling team to win it all. I do. Right? Nancy from Wisconsin.
We knocked off Italy.
We did. We knocked off the Itais.
They were the #1 curling team in the world.
And we took them out. Right?
How?
You know what I was amazed about?
From doing all those push-ups and wind sprints.
They got coaches, Ken. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah. They're leaned back on the boards, and they have like 8 people around them wearing USA stuff talking about, you should probably do the thing with the sweeping and what.
You need to sweep fast.
You should, that should be one of the things you do, and then hit that thing, and then that thing will go that direction. You should do that.
Man,
yeah.
I was watching that. I'm telling you, I don't know how long I could keep up that sweeping. I could probably go for a minute. After a minute, I'm going to be breathing pretty hard after sweeping. Because
we're going to find out.
It's one of those deals where I guarantee you it's harder than it looks.
Oh, absolutely. Because you're also balancing, right? And the sweeping is as fast as you can for 10 seconds, then stop, and then kind of go along. And then fast again. It's like that hit, right? High intensity.
Yes.
So it's going to be, it's good, man. We're going to be good. So, because we're doing it on Thursday, you guys need to come out to T-Line. I'm going to be broadcasting live. Matt's going to be broadcasting live. Is Jackson coming out? That's what I heard.
I think Brother Jackson's going to be out there.
Honest to God, I will pay to see him do it.
I got to see if I can do my news from out there.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll make it up.
Just go out.
Just go out there. We're having fun.
So I get left here alone.
We said you could come, and you're like, I don't want to go anywhere because people see that my head is maybe totally gone.
That is complete lie.
So, but the Italians choked on the sweet air of freedom. The Italians are doing really well, though. They are. And there's a science to what happens in the Olympics. We'll talk about that, among other things. And also some Epstein stuff. We're following along with the Nancy Guthrie and the Savannah Guthrie thing. There's now a photo and some bizarre video of the guy going up to the Ring doorbell and doing weird stuff. But they've got, they know it's a dude in a backpack with a ski mask on. That's about it. That's about all they know.
Who likes flowers? Who
likes flowers. And was not worried about being caught because he meandered around there for quite a while.
Yeah, he's not in a hurry.
No, he's not in a hurry, which is also a very weird thing as well. So a lot of good stuff to talk about. And, of course, straight ahead, you guys know the rules. Hot Take Tuesday. Give us your hot take. And during the hot take, it's not political. It's fun. It's wacky. It's crazy. It's Hot Take Tuesday. Straight ahead, Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. All right, guys, Omaha Steaks. The founding fathers. They put everything together here. They knew one day we would have to have great meats and great steaks, and they did. And now for President's Day, 50% off site-wide at Omaha Steaks. In fact, these steaks are so amazing. This protein's so incredible that even George Washington, with his bizarre teeth, could bite through these things easily. That's how tender and juicy they are. Fillets, burgers, dogs, of course, chicken breasts that are amazing. And let's not forget, they got seafood and my favorite, pork. Pork chops are awesome. 50% off site-wide, 100% unconditional money-back guarantee, bite for bite. Since 1917, Omaha Steaks has been America's butcher, and now is your chance to save big. So it's 50% site-wide, protein packs delivered to you, President's Day sale going on. Now, here's the other thing. Use my code Benson. So you go omahasteaks.com, check out, hit Benson, 50% off, an extra $35 off at checkout. Boom! What are you waiting for? That's freedom, baby. We're letting it ring right to your belly. omahasteaks.com. Use code Benson when you check out, save an extra $35.
Big break in the Nancy Guthrie case. The FBI has released some images of a suspect. We got that for you and more coming up at 12:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
It is Tuesday. On Tuesdays, we break it down for you like it's hot. Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday. It is a hot take Tuesday.
It's hot
so
take.
hot in fuego outside. We're going to start with the long-haired one, Belle.
Get it, Brother Bilal.
Pop-Tarts are overrated, and if you want a breakfast snack, you need to be eating toaster strudels.
Oh.
Them's fighting words.
Those are fighting words. My wife just bought toaster strudels
Because your wife is a smart lady.
on Friday. On Saturday, when we went to get ready for the Super Bowl that you didn't show up to.
If I'd known there were toaster strudels there, I would have shown up.
Sure.
Can you put toaster strudels in milk?
You can do whatever you want with them. It's the beauty of it. It's America, baby.
You know where you put the Pop-Tarts, though? It's like right in the trash.
By the way, hot take, the bidet is the best thing the French have ever invented. So I like this one. Hot take. There should be a separate register for people buying lottery tickets. I'm sick of waiting in line behind people who can't make up their
Bingo.
mind.
When we don't even need to hear your two. That one,
Bingo.
that's the best one right there.
That is so true. There is a place in LA that has sold a bunch of $1 million winners and stuff. And so when the lottery gets big, it's like around the block. They actually have a separate thing just for lottery.
Smart.
Yeah, smart. All right, what you got for us, Ken?
Mid-February is the magical time of year when we've already quit our New Year's resolutions but still blame the weather for everything.
Oh, that is so true.
It's too cold.
It's too cold.
I gotta eat another bowl of
It's
ice
only
cream.
72 outside. I can't go outside. It's gorgeous today.
It's so cold. I need some more ice cream.
It is gorgeous today. I mean,
It is, dude.
we
We almost had to do a swamp ass report for today.
So I yesterday was like, I wore a coat. I'm like, oh, maybe it's gonna be cold. Maybe it's not. I don't know. So I went out. I'm like, this is stupid. By the time I got to where I was like, I'm not turning around. But today I'm like, I went out in flip flops and a t-shirt some more to take the dogs out because I was like,
Yeah.
it is. And then I look and it's like it's 74 potentially. What?
yeah, baby.
I walked out of the house on the way here, and as soon as I got outside, I had my little Cumulus jacket on. I was like, well, this ain't going to work. So I just pulled it off and threw it in the passenger seat.
Yeah, I actually had to shed clothing for our walk this morning, which I'm sure all the ladies driving by enjoyed.
Look at you, bro.
That was a hot take.
That was a hot take. You just dropped trow and away you go. What do you think of that, ladies? What?
And since he walks with his wife, apparently he had her approval.
This was a different walk. It's one of those nighttime walks that nobody sees. That was definitely. In fact, it was so hot. It was so hot today. Last night, my wife took the dogs' coats off, and they're like, "Are we back in Arizona? It's at 150." Because they have coats. Because they're so lame. They're so just. Because they do not like the cold. Do not like.
I don't blame them.
No, it's my hot take. I'm impressed with all of the Olympic sports, but the most thing I'm impressed with, the freaking drones.
Oh, yes.
I love. Last night, Charlie and I watched the luge, right? And we're watching it, and because if you've not seen it, these drones. They take off because it was the woman's last night, so they're going back and forth. They rock and they take off, and then a drone comes out. The minute they get by, a drone just appears and it falls at 70 miles an hour. Then it gets right to where the turn is. It stops and it peels off.
Yes.
And you're like, whoa. And then when I was watching the downhill,
Yes.
they have some of them that come out of the trees. It is amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible.
That's got to be pre-programmed, right?
Some of them I'm sure are, but yeah.
That sounds like it would be pretty hard to do if you were just trying to do it manually.
But it is so awesome to watch. As much as I love all the stuff and I appreciate it, the drone technology is so awesome. And I love it too when they're going and you hear that.
Yeah.
Who won? The drone.
I mean, one thing I'm seeing in the downhill is just with the drones is, I mean, I've always known it's, dangerous. But, I mean, you are seeing just how hard these athletes are hanging on from wiping out.
Oh, God, yeah. And the super slow-mo, when I'm watching it last night, it was the guys, the downhill, you see the on their body, like it's shaking.
Yes.
And they're talking about when they come around something, they're getting like 3 Gs as they're trying to turn, and they're shaking, and you could see there was one where his legs started to come up, and he was about ready to take flight.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, this is going to be, it's going to be awesome, but it wasn't.
It's incredible, man.
It is. It is incredible. So, and my favorite thing so far, if you guys have not seen it, cross-country skiing the other day, Haitian guy. He finished dead last from Haiti. The entire place was going crazy when the dude crossed, right? First of all, he's 8 feet tall. Like, but he did not stop. And everybody says he's like the party of the Olympics because here's Haiti, right? Here's a brother from Haiti where currently the country's being run by people who eat their enemies' hearts and everything's gone to hell. And we had to send Kenya and everybody else in there to try to stop it. And here's a guy who's uniting the country by cross-country skiing. They ain't a brother in Haiti that's seen snow.
Yeah.
except for this dude, and it was awesome.
He's in cross-country skiing.
Yeah.
How the hell do you train? You got to go to some other country.
He was, you know what he is? He was probably either born there, probably lived in America, probably and lived in Minnesota or somewhere like that, or Ohio, wherever they were eating the cats. And it's the first thing I thought. I was like,
They're eating the cats.
They're eating the cats and the swans.
Yeah, the swans.
You're like, okay. But he probably was there, and he wanted to be a part of it, and thought, you know what, this would be great to bring my country together. I know I'm not going to win anything, but to bring my country together and to give myself a little something, I thought it was great. So that's been awesome. I've been watching a lot, though.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Good for him for doing that.
He
man.
brought his country together in mass disappointment.
Yeah. No, they expected that. They really, they're like, what's he skiing on? Oh, goodness me. Coming up, we'll have the latest on all the stuff. The Epstein stuff is still very bizarre. Howard Lutnick is like, oh, he's a great commerce secretary. Okay, Mike Johnson, you need to go.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I did go to his island for lunch with my entire family.
Even though I said I'd never talked to the guy before but once.
And it was only for an hour.
And we started a business.
Just one quick question for Mr. Lutnick.
Yeah.
Do you like little girls, or were you just hanging out with somebody who liked little girls?
Oh, yeah, I know. And you lied about it. Let's not forget, you lied about it.
That's the thing, man.
You lied. You lied. And the answer for this bad can't be, well, he's a good commerce secretary. Shut up, Mike Johnson. Fake name. All right, we'll talk about that. Bunch of other stuff on the way. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 997.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. The FBI has just released a security camera image of the alleged suspect in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. ABC's Alex Stone with the breaking news.
This comes after days of the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff's Department saying they have had few leads, and initially at least, they didn't think they had any images either. Remember, Nancy Guthrie was not paying for the subscription for her Nest cameras. It would have stored video. So Nest reported that they were working with law enforcement to retrieve any images from those cameras, but it seemed like they couldn't retrieve anything. This is the first break in the case, indicating who might have been involved in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, seemingly a big moment in this investigation.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is coming under fire for his appearance in the Epstein files that were released by the Justice Department. Lutnick had said earlier he cut off ties with Epstein before his conviction and that he barely knew him when the two were neighbors in New York. But there was a Senate Appropriations Subcommittee hearing where Chris Van Hollen of Maryland asked Lutnick about the nature of his relationship with Epstein, and Lutnick said he went to Epstein's island with his family.
Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island.
That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Busy Bee, love is in the air. This week, guess what? Still have a chance. Right now, they got a Valentine's Sweetheart Deal giveaway. So this new customers, right now, you join the yearly Beehive membership anytime in February. Right now, you're automatically registered to win a Sweetheart Deal giveaway, which is awesome. A lucky winner, right? And a guest are going to get a massage, couples massage for 2 from Third Coast Salt, Wilson County's best, and a $100 Visa gift card for romantic dinner for 2. And it's going to be announced this Friday on Facebook Live. And for all the people out there struggling when it comes to, the pipes that have burst, whether or not your HVAC, the troubles that are having, they've got all kinds of deals that are storm focused savings right now, including 40% off a whole home surge protector with repairs, $500 off select whole home water repipes, and let's not forget the best of the best when it comes to this 93 or free mainline clog promotion. If they can't clear it, you do not pay. Call Busy Bee for any of your issues and join that Beehive membership and get yourself a little massage for two if you can. 615-775-7833 or check them out online at busybhvac.com. This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts. License number 645. I'm excited about our curling. Just want to let everybody know that. I know what hell I'm going to do, but I'm going to try my hardest. I'm going to try my hardest.
I don't even know what the goal is.
I don't either. That's the other thing. I watched a lot of it, even early this morning, and I thought to myself, I have no idea exactly what's going on.
I am convinced that you are going to try so hard that you're coming home with an injury.
It's possible.
Nah, that's not going to happen to Brother Chad.
I believe it is.
From what I understand, you have the goal. It's they've got the bullseye. You want to get your stone on the bullseye and then surround the other stones around it. So those once everybody's out of stones, you count up how many points everybody has, and then you try to knock theirs out. So
hitting the bullseye gives you control of the board, and then once you've hit the bullseye, the other stones that hit the outside the bullseye count as your points.
Yeah, so it's pretty it's interesting. It's kind of like darts, right? Like where you get a lot of times you have the triple 20 on, something like that. So the football game the other day, I want you guys foot barrel. Listen to the insanity of this. So this is, if you guys don't know what a jock tax is, they've been doing this now for several years because all these places are like, hey, how can we get some money out of this?
For winning the Super Bowl, the winning team, each player gets $178,000. In other words, the Super Bowl isn't a part of their salary. And because the game was played in California, and California has a jock tax, and they look at duty days. So each team spent 7 days in the state of California. So those are 7 duty days, and they pierce your regular salary at 3.5%. So he has to pay when you take into account he got the $178,000 plus his overall salary. He has to pay the state of California for spending 7 days there $249,000. That's just so stupid.
So he won $178,000, and they charged him, with all said and done, $249,000.
Goodness.
Well, that's California for you. I mean, they think everything you earn belongs to them, and they'll decide how much you get to keep.
The NFLPA needs to go in and say, all right, here's the deal. You guys, we love hosting, right? You know, here in beautiful. We love when you guys host because you got all the great stuff, the stadium, the whole 9 yards. It's beautiful. It's not like normally what happens now is in some cases, they'll fly in the night before and they leave the next day. So you're only there for a day. So you only get dinged for one of those jock tax things. But for the Super Bowl, you're there sometimes for 8, 9, 10 days. So they're taxing his salary based on his weekly and then the bonus. Plus, he lives in California, so they get him for other things. So it cost him $71,000 for all that he made. He had to pay out $71,000.
Goodness.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. So ridiculous. Can never have enough money, right? In California. Can never have enough money, no matter how high they raise taxes.
Their whole attitude is, aren't you just lucky that we let you live here and spend and earn this kind of money so we can take it?
Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky?
Man.
So the Lutnick thing, I'm going to say this. You're a scumbag. I don't care if you're a good commerce secretary. The reality is you lied. In a major way, too.
You don't forget something like
no.
that.
Oh, yeah, that time we went on his boat and I took the
then.
like, I don't believe that you took your family and your kids and all the nannies. At this point, I don't. You have to go. And Trump, dude, you need to distance yourself from bro. You do. Because there's already enough stuff out there that people are asking questions about you. But he said, he was my neighbor. We went next door once. I thought he was kind of weird. We never talked again. And then you're like, oh, except for the time we're on the island.
Except for the time we went to have lunch with him.
Yeah.
Trump needs to demand his resignation. It's like, dude, you're dead weight and you got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because there is a huge contradiction in what you said earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other way to describe it. You don't just forget something like that.
You don't.
I mean, I don't know, man.
The thing was, look, there's enough issues out here. The lies are tremendous. The cover-up is massive. And the only country in the world that seems to care about this is the Brits, right? Mandelson, the guy that was our U.S. ambassador from Britain, he lied, and Keir Starmer gave him the gig, and then they found out in this new dump that he's all over it even more. So now Keir Starmer's probably going to go down for this. Then you found out that Andrew, who's not even a prince, he's not even a lord, he's just a douche canoe now at this point in time, couch surfing, he may have given away trade secrets. And they're like, we need to prosecute him. You guys need to do all this. And us, what are we doing? We're redacting stuff. Well, hold on. We're redacting powerful people's names. The little girls, we don't care about them.
Oops.
Yeah. And then you forgot about going to the molester island.
Yeah, that, especially with your family.
Yes.
I don't know if that makes it any better.
Oh. So somebody said Lutnick got his nanny from Jeffrey Epstein, which would make that even worse.
I went to Hawaii a couple of times, but I don't remember any of it.
Well,
I look at the pictures that I took. I'm like, I don't remember that happening.
Here's the thing, though. If you're partying super hard, okay, maybe that isn't him, right? This guy's not one of those. He's not Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Hunter S. Thompson.
Right.
He's buttoned up kind of cat. And did you not think it was going to get out? Like, did you think it ain't going to get out? And even if it does, we're just going to tell everybody. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It does matter. It absolutely does matter. And by the way, Sean Ryan, huge supporter of Trump, really like Trump. He's done with Trump, right? a lot of these guys are just like, this is ridiculous because they feel like you're protecting a whole bunch of people. The Pam Bondis of the world, all of you are protecting a whole bunch of people, and now they're just outright lying about it.
You know, that comment she made about if they prosecuted all the people in the files, then the system would collapse.
So what?
You're not convincing me they shouldn't be released with that comment.
Well, what exactly does that? Well, there'd be a whole bunch of people. I don't care. Somebody said to me the other day, what if there was everybody in government was caught up in this? Then let the government collapse. We don't need a government that's going to do this and protect scumbags. We don't need that. We can do better. But you don't forget, I was on a dude's yacht.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that Jeffrey Epstein? I didn't know who that was. We went to his island. Oh, is that him? I thought it was Disneyland.
I was wondering why all those young girls were there.
We went to Disneyland.
And lunch lasted exactly 1 hour.
1 hour. We got off the boat. He had lunch on the dock. We didn't even step on the island. It was on the dock. I was still technically in international waters. Oh, good God. What the hell is wrong with you people? Because, you know what? They are so powerful, so connected that, some of the stuff that you hear. Remember when in 2008 when everything collapsed? They were talking about him being in jail, and he's got Bear Stearns on the phone and like Goldman Sachs. So he's in prison talking to the most powerful people as the financial collapse is going on, because that's normal. And then yesterday, what's her name? Ghislaine. She says, well, if...
Yeah, you want to let me off scot-free? Okay.
And I'll tell everybody that Trump, didn't do anything. And you're like, no, first of all, no. Even, is it Comer came out and said, no, that can't happen.
Yeah, we can't believe a word this woman says.
No. Yeah. So, Pam Bondi needs to go. Kash Patel needs to go. Thank God, what's his name? It was Dan Bongino. I was going to say Danny Bonaducci. You know what? Danny Bonaducci would have probably done a hell of a job as the FBI second in charge. The Dooch.
The Dooch.
Is he still alive?
I think so.
Do you remember when Dude Looks Like a Lady?
He's really sick, though.
Okay, remember when Dude Looks Like a Lady?
Oh.
Remember when he picked up the hooker and it was a dude and he punched him inside?
I remember whenever. No, that was somebody else. Never mind.
So
that was Screech who beat up Greg Brady.
Oh
not,
my God! Yeah,
Donnie
because
Bonaducci.
that's when you know your life has gone sideways.
Screech whipped his ass.
That was after he did a porn and stabbed
Yes.
some. Remember when he got stabbed? Screech got stabbed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God! He did not. He was never saved by the bell.
Oh, why did I think that was Danny Bonaducci?
The Dooch. Well, he did.
The Dooch.
The Dooch. I was talking to the Dooch because he was a big star out in Arizona, but a long time ago because he and Mancow used to get into it when he was out in Chicago, and he wanted to fight Mancow. Mancow's huge. This big jock, he's massive, and Bonaducci's a tiny guy, and he wanted to fight him in the elevator.
Yeah,
because I'd have whooped his ass. I'm like, yeah, you would. You and the rest of the Partridge family.
They were known fighters.
Dude, Ruben was a badass.
Ruben.
That was his name, right? Ruben Kincaid?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, why do I know that?
I don't know, dude.
Why in God's name would I know who Ruben Kincaid is?
I've got to look up the...
Yeah, I was their manager. That's the name of my punk band, Ruben Kincaid.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Screech did die. He did. It was...
Is he dead?
Yeah, I think Screech died, right? Did he have cancer?
He died.
Maybe
I think
he
so.
did.
Yeah. So, but I remember he got stabbed in a hotel room.
Yeah, his life went sideways.
He took the Dana Plato route, which was also a horrible situation.
Yeah, he seemed like he had a real big chip on his shoulder because everybody, equated him with playing Screech. And I guess he just had a really big chip on his shoulder.
Well, he didn't know what, it's being typecast. And some people, they lean into it, right? William Shatner leans into it. He doesn't care.
No.
It pays the bills.
He does.
Overacting. Right? He loves that. He'll do it every day. He would do a convention every day of the week if they'd let him.
And he gets like between $50,000 and $75,000 a convention.
What's he care? That's why. I saw him on a commercial last night. He looks like he's 60.
That's the scary thing.
That is the scary
He does
thing.
not look like a 90-plus-year-old man.
Yeah, he does not.
Well, look how many years he spent in space.
A lot of years.
A lot of radiation up there.
Yep, absolutely. But you know what? It's fine. I mean, he spent more time in space than Howard Lutnick spent on an island. That's what I'm trying to say there. All right, coming up, we got more good, fun stuff on the way. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Relief Factor is awesome. I take it every single day. So does my wife. Brian, guy who listens to my show and has for a long time, my national show, and he started taking it. He's like, I'm going to try it. You know, kind of one of those things. It comes at it in a very skeptical way. I said, that's good, dude. That's good. Then he texts me. He's like, I got it. I'm like, good, try it. Take it every single day. It's got, resveratrol and, these fatty acids, all this stuff. It's great for you. He goes, okay, we'll see. Because he was hurting every day. He said, it's the point in his life where he was like, I don't even know what I'm going to do because I get home from work and I'm just butt whipped and I'm starting to struggle at job. 3 weeks later, he's like, dude, I've been taking this every day. Like 90% my pain is gone. I feel amazing. That's what it can do for you. It's going to help you with your inflammation, especially in your muscles and stuff. And it's going to give you a new lease on life, and it works. It's called Relief Factor. I want you to try 3-week quick start. You're going to feel the difference in a couple weeks. Watch what happens. Those aches and pains, especially just the natural aging, the inflammation it fights, it is awesome. It's going to fight the inflammation. Go to relieffactor.com today to get the 3-week quick start or call 800-4-RELIEF, 800, the number 4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
New information on Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. This story and more at 1 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
So, kids, just to let you guys know, you hear that guy in there? Ken and I, we're going to be out at T-Line 2 days from now. We're going to slide into an unforgettable experience. We're all going to be out there by all the cool people. Ken, myself, Matt, Bell in Spirit, Jackson. We're all going to be out there. Sweep, Sip, and Snack Curling Challenge. It is this Thursday, so we're going to be broadcasting live. 30-minute curling session and an appetizer is only $25. Come out and watch us fall on our butts. We're going to have a good time.
Can I be the sipper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. You want to be the little, I was going to say he's a bowler, but it's not really a bowler, is it? Are you a bowler?
I'd rather be a sipper.
Okay. Can you sip while you bowl? Can we do that? Do we do that? I just love, again, they have coaches. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's fantastic. When I have no idea what they're telling them because I don't still quite get the whole thing, but we're going to find out. So I'm excited. I've been told, so we were there Friday night. I don't know if you guys remember, but we had an event there Friday night. I didn't go. And most of us probably here didn't go either. But Rachel, our friend downstairs who works in the digital department, said, I'm going to let you guys know this. You're going to be sore in places you've never believed. Like, nice.
I knew it.
Pumped. It's going to be awesome.
I definitely want to be the sipper now.
Yeah, definitely. So come on out and hang out with us. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good time. And then, of course, we've got a big event, the Stake of the Union.
Big old Stake of the Union, baby.
Come on out. If you've ever wanted to yell at me, spend $100 to do it.
And even if you don't care about watching Trump do the speech,
Yeah.
the food is amazing.
Yeah, that's good times right there. It's good times. We're going to have fun out there. And tomorrow's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. I want to remind everybody, because if I'm correct, I talked to our people downstairs. We have Paul Simon tickets to give away.
All right.
So tomorrow. Oh, no, but this should be Art Garfunkel. No, we have Paul Simon tickets. Shit. Would you rather see Paul or Art?
Paul.
Art.
Would you?
Yeah.
Is it because I'd rather see Edie Bikel? You still with that lady? Was he still with Edie?
I think so. I mean, they went through some legal troubles, but I don't think they got divorced.
Yeah. So, but no, we got Paul Simon. I think we have Bocelli as well. Which, by the way, did he knock it out of the park at the Olympics? Bocelli. Oh, the pipes on that dude. That was amazing. Amazing. All right, coming up, hour number 2, we got the latest on Savannah Guthrie's mom, Nancy. They've got video and film, but then still not a lot to go on. Just deepens the mystery. We got Hot Take Tuesday, a bunch of other good stuff on the way. It is Chad Mencio, Super Talk 99.7.
One o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Michelle Franzen. Just over a week after police say Nancy Guthrie was taken against her will from her Arizona home, the FBI releasing the first images from a surveillance camera outside the 84-year-old's front door. FBI Director Kash Patel posting 4 images on social media, he says showing an armed and masked individual. ABC's Aaron Katursky is in Tucson.
They appear to come from the doorbell camera here at Nancy Guthrie's home that had been tampered with, according to the FBI. And if you look at these images that appear in black and white, you see an individual who appears to be wearing a backpack and a mask and gloves. And one of those images quite up close to the doorbell camera, the FBI says that is the individual tampering with the camera.
Authorities also posted video from the same surveillance camera. Nancy Guthrie's daughter today, anchor Savannah Guthrie, in a new Instagram post, says, "We believe she's alive. Bring her home." This is ABC News.
Stay with Super Talk 99.7 WTN for continuing coverage. The Secretary of Commerce has faced calls, mainly from Democrats, but now Republicans, to resign in the wake of revelations from the Epstein files that contradict his recent statements about the man he once lived next door to in New York. ABC News national correspondent Stephen Portnoy has more.
Last fall, the Commerce Secretary told an interviewer that he vowed in 2005 to never again be in the same room with his then next-door neighbor. But the Epstein files show Howard Lutnick continued to socialize with the then-convicted sex offender. At a Senate hearing, Lutnick acknowledged he had lunch on Epstein's Island in 2012.
My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies.
Lutnick insists.
I barely had anything to do with that person.
Stephen Portnoy, ABC News, Washington.
Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell rolling out new help for people still recovering from Winter Storm Fern. The new Restore Nashville campaign includes water bill credits, suspended permit fees, and payment plans for those facing high utility costs. Metro Water Services will not charge late fees or disconnect service this month. NES offering unlimited payment arrangements through December. United Way has also distributed at least $260,000 to nonprofits to support housing, food assistance, and disaster repairs. And Nashville residents are reporting water bills that are suddenly 2 to 5 times higher after last month's ice storm. Metro Water says small leaks or burst pipes are the most common cause of big jumps in water use. Some bills have climbed from under $100 to nearly $600. Both Metro Water and Madison Suburban Utility District offering leak adjustments for affected customers. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
This portion of the program is brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. Nancy Guthrie, I think, could have used NCA, Certified Alarms. It's just so weird. So they've got a picture of the masked, and it is a masked man who either has very bright teeth or at one time has a flashlight in his mouth, but that person is completely covered up from head to, you can't even see his neck or any body parts whatsoever.
All I can see are eyes, eyebrows, and what looks to be maybe a mustache.
That's it,
but
maybe.
very little.
That's it. Nothing else. And so it is so creepy. I was just telling my wife, she asked me a question. I said, oh, the Nancy Guthrie thing. She goes, what are you covering? I said, this. I go, it's straight out of like a horror movie. And this person's on the Ring. What was it, Ring or was it Nest?
Nest.
So.
Nest.
And I thought there was a Nest inside too, but I think that was only microphone. So, but they apparently Ness was able to go back, even though she's not subscribed, because apparently her daughter doesn't care about her, and go back and get the footage of him just walking straight up to the front door with as nonchalant as you can be, trying to break the camera. Then he goes back and forth between the pathway, walks out underneath the arch and picks up, as you know, Ken and I were talking about, it looks like flowers, and is holding them up to the camera.
Yeah, you don't get any sense that he feels like time is pressure.
No. And that he needs to worry that somebody's going to roll up on him at any given moment and take him out. Although somebody said Domino's delivery guy just walked up in the middle of the day, straight up to her doorway, just right now. So I don't know, maybe I don't think anybody's at home, but it is a weird situation. And, you know, everybody's like, is it the cartels? I'm like, it has to be somebody who knows who. Because I don't think Nancy has a ton of money herself. Although I will say the house she lives in, it's $1 million home.
Pretty damn nice.
And in Tucson, $1 million home is a nice house. That's a nice house.
It's got the pool in the back and
got the whole
landscape to the tees.
Yeah. And but you would think you would have to know, because it seemed to know the way around the cameras. And I thought there was other cameras. I wonder if they've got other pictures or video of him. But he's got a backpack on, and you can't see a thing outside of, like Ken said, eyebrows and eyes.
And who's to say those aren't fake?
Oh, yeah.
And it does look like in one of the close-ups that they've posted that he's got a mustache.
Yeah, which you would go and shave.
Exactly.
Now what? I don't. So weird. They just show him. Yeah, see there, he flashed the light. So he did have a light.
So it had a little flashlight.
Yeah.
Because all the lights were apparently, I guess the floodlights weren't working or were
Disabled?
Disabled.
God, that is so. And then you know, everybody's like, well, okay, well, what about if it's if it's the cartels? I'm like, why would the cartels take an 84-year-old?
Yeah.
You would have to know who she is. See, that's my thing. I feel like somebody within the family structure, maybe not this directly involved, but knows somebody who told somebody something, and they said, I've got an easy mark. We could take this person.
If the cartels had something to do with this, I'd be stunned, because they don't want that kind of attention.
Yeah.
They want to move their weight. $40 million is not, if Savannah gave them their entire fortune, $40 million is a drop in the bucket compared to what the cartels pull in.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. And they're asking for 6 in Bitcoin?
Yeah.
And then it goes back to the other side of it. All that being said, is she alive? She's without her medicine.
That's the thing, man.
She has heart issues, and she the last time they had any check on is it her phone it's connected to? It was what, Sunday night?
Yeah, her phone was connected to her pacemaker.
Yeah, there's an app on the phone that the pacemaker talks to.
And so there is somebody just texting, why would anybody want an 84-year-old woman? I don't know. That's a good one.
That's this $6 million question.
So that is the $6 million question, 6 million Bitcoin question. What's Bitcoin worth today? Because it's been.
Well, I think it's still up in the 50s or 60s.
Yeah. I would say it's the whole thing with the flowers, though.
Yeah, I don't know why he's got to show that.
I feel like I thought he broke the cameras or cut them off. It looks like he's almost trying to put the flowers on them to cover.
That's what I was thinking.
Now, there's got to be more to the video, obviously, that they've seen. Did they pull, of him pulling her out? And I'm going to go with it's a him, okay, ladies? I'm going to go out and step out on the limb and say it's a him. I don't know.
Doesn't move like a woman.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And then somebody said those look like specialty gloves. So, but it's weird because one of his hands looks like he's got almost a mitten on, and the other one looks like he's got rubber glove on.
Mm-hmm.
So he's throwing them all for the loop. But like, we've been saying, there's just no hurry whatsoever in this dude. No hurry.
So the fact that, he's so covered up, and I don't even know if this matters, but does that indicate he might be, he might have some ink on him?
Yeah, it's possible.
That he definitely did not want anybody seeing.
Yeah, because the ink will give him away, for sure. And like I said, even with the facial hair, all that could be gone today. Going about his business.
And you're right about the gloves. One does look like just a mitten, while the other one is fingers and everything.
Yeah, so we're going to be, somebody said, why are you guys covering this story? I'll tell you why, because it's a big story. It's a national story.
It's the biggest story.
In fact, it's
Outside
such a
of
big
Epstein.
story. It's one of the big stories at the Olympics because Savannah was over there getting ready. You know who else is over there? Mike Tirico. He did the football game on Sunday night for NBC, and the minute the game was over, he jetted straight to the airport on a private jet, and they flew him to Italy. And within hours, he was doing the games. But it's a huge story.
Well, and this is also a big deal to reporters and such because this is a colleague.
Yeah.
It doesn't, the odds of this happening to anybody else probably pretty slim, but they look at that like that might have been me.
Yeah, exactly. Especially as somebody that size, because you notice that all of them, Fox and there's been none of the craziness. They all got together because this is people they know. And the conspiracies are out there, the Epstein stuff, because she was one of the first people that reported on Epstein years ago, did a big thing, and there was threats to her. So that was, that, and now with all the Epstein stuff, that, of course, comes to light even more. Speaking of Epstein, Howard Lutnick earlier, because remember, we hung out once. He was my neighbor. I went over there. I thought he was weird. Never talked to him again. Oh, except for the part where I went to the island.
Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island.
So, first of all, that makes it worse that you brought your whole family to a child molester's island. That doesn't make it sound better. Hey, kids, guess where we're going? Torture Island, you nut.
It's only about an hour, though.
Yeah. We're not even going to get off the boat. And I brought other friends. He needs to go. He does. And this is going to become a bigger issue for Trump.
It's not going to go away, man.
No, it's not.
It's not.
I told everybody a long time, no, it's stupid. It's not going to go away. It isn't going to go away. And everybody's like, it'll go away fast. It won't. And this sounds strange, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but 2 years and 2 months is how long it took for Watergate to go from the break-in to everything was done. I'm not saying Trump's going to, but to think that stuff disappears this quickly, it isn't, because there's so much still unknown about it. And every day they find out more and more. Every day. Every single day they find out more and more. We should want to know the truth. Did our country, along with several other countries, use and abuse young women for the hell of it? Because it was good, because I was going to get a good deal? Right? What could you supply me with? So we have a right to know. And the right and the left should all know. This is not right or left. This is right or wrong, period. And you lied. And anybody who had any contact with him afterwards, meaningful contact, not like walking by him and saying, hey, Jeff, and keep walking by. Any meaningful contact, like going to the island after he had already been convicted and then lying to everybody. Sorry, you got to go. You have to go. Yeah, somebody said, how many nannies does he have?
It's getting ready to say.
He said that, I took my my wife, my kids, my nannies, some other people. You're not in a band, bro. We took the roadies. But you lied. And you made it seem like it was one time. It's no big deal. I thought he was weird. Well, if you thought he was weird, you probably told your wife you thought he was weird. And then in the middle of your vacation on a boat heading to his island, we should pop over and see Jeff.
Hey, honey, let's go have lunch with the weird guy.
Yeah.
Only an hour.
Yeah, don't worry. Only an
we
hour.
can be on the dock.
Just insane. Just insane. And then the lying about it. And then Mike Johnson's absolutely horrible. First of all, Mike Johnson is a clown. But his horrible response of, well, you know.
It's absurd. Howard Lutnick is a great Commerce Secretary who's done an extraordinary job for the country. And Thomas Massey should stop playing political games.
Okay. Wow. Did you guys know that? Hey, I know he's done horrific things potentially and hung out with really bad people, but he's a really good Commerce Secretary. So we should just give him a pass. No, it's not the way it works, dude.
They're constantly trying to throw Thomas Massey under the bus.
Oh, man, they are doing everything.
Well, Thomas is demanding accountability, and they are vehemently against that in almost every situation.
You know, they're going as hard as they can at Thomas Massey. Right? Like Marian Adelson, who's I think the 5th richest woman in America. She's spending tons of money to get this guy, who's a Green Beret, to take on Massey. Trump hates Massey, calls him a moron at the prayer breakfast. And they want him gone because, 91% of the time he votes with Trump. But this is a big deal. We should all want to know the truth. And I don't care who takes down. If it takes down all the Democrats and Republicans, I don't care. Nobody should care. And I don't think it's going to, but I think it's going to hurt some people. And I think we could see a lot of resignations. I mean, we're seeing resignations in England, the UK.
When you go through Twitter and you see accounts talking about this, there are a lot of people out there that are okay with pedophilia that have a problem with Massey.
Yeah, that's the.
Well, raping little girls is okay, but Massey won't.
As long as you're
vote
good
for
Commerce
Trump.
Secretary. Yeah, the whole thing with that stain they have for Massey, though, you're right, kid. They hate him.
Oh, they do, man. He is a thorn in their side.
But it's interesting because Ron Paul is mentioned in the Epstein files, and if you read any of it, it's all he's a jerk. He won't back Israel. He won't get in line with the war hawks for Iran. He won't spend any money. And they're like, that's the guy I want. He's a non-interventionist.
Doesn't carry the party line.
No, he does not.
Or toe the party line.
And think what you think about Thomas Massey and Ro Khanna, but they want the truth. And I think we should all want the truth. And him being a good whatever he is, Commerce Secretary, doesn't just give him a pass based on the fact that, how do I know that's the only time you were there? How do I know that's the only time that you were there on the island? Did you see him at other times? Did you hang out with him? He was your neighbor. So I think it's a fair question. I think you're going to be too big of a distraction. Time for you to go. Coming up, hot take Tuesday. Hot take Tuesday. We got the hot takes coming up. Got some more bidet hot takes. I'll tell you that. Some people like about the bidets. Very nice, very nice. The hot takes, you guys remember what the hot takes are? Non-political, fun hot takes. Give them to us. And One Hit Wonder Wednesday is tomorrow. Give us your best one hit wonder. Somebody said, hey, Bell, you should do Blind Melon. Bell's all, no. That wasn't very nice, Bell.
Just being honest.
I thought they had more than one hit.
I think they did. They only had one hit, huh?
That I remember.
Was his name Shannon Hoon?
Shannon Hoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Died on his tour bus from an overdose.
So many of those dudes did, man.
It's not a good thing, kids. Stay away from drugs, okay? Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. All right, guys. Bulwark Capital wants to give you the opportunity to get a free Know Your Risk portfolio review from them. And this is where you sit down with them. So you send them your portfolio. This is all the stuff that's going on in your portfolio, your investments, your 401k, whatever it is. They take a look. Are you being overcharged with certain fees? Are you in situations where maybe you're exposed, especially because, let's be real, the market it's got, 5 to 10 stocks that are holding everything up. And if that bubble burst, where could that leave you? They'll show you what they're all about, value investing. through just using smart, actual analytical skills, looking around the globe for what's the best. And I say the globe because that matters. So it's absolutely free to you. And you can sign up today at knowyourriskpodcast.com. I will tell you, when I spoke to them last Friday, my buddy Zach, they said since last January, they're up a little over 51%. That's pretty good. Why? Because they look for value out there. And it's not just here in America. And too many people want to just stick to, I'm just going to buy Tesla or something like that. There's plenty of other opportunities out there. Who cares how you make the money? Am I correct? So that's what I want you to do. Today, sign up for the free Know Your Risk portfolio review. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com, KNOW, yourriskpodcast.com for bulk capital management. Know Your Risk portfolio review. Investment advisory service offered through Trick Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance does not guarantee future results. Track 26351.
New information in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. We've got it all coming up at 1:30 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
It is Tuesday. Every Tuesday at this time, we like to break it out for you and give you the hottest takes. Hot take, hot take, hot take Tuesday. All right, Ken, we'll start with you with your hottest take.
Mid-February is that magical time of year when we've already quit our New Year's resolutions, but still blame the weather for everything.
Yeah, we do.
I'm guilty of that, too.
You have to, right?
It's too cold.
It's too cold. It's too hot. It's too medium. That's my new favorite one. It's too medium outside. I can't do that. So you're correct in that. It is very much a cool, warm, nice, beautiful. Too bad I can't go outside because shoes, hair, sun. I'm allergic now all day. Can't. Sorry. Broke all my stuff.
You've always been. You're a ginger.
I'm a ginger, lad. Young Bell.
Pop-Tarts are overrated. And if you really want something for breakfast that's a snack, get yourself a toaster strudel.
The strudel. Yeah, the strudel. We bought the strudels this weekend. My kids were super excited because Charlie never had a strudel. She did when she was little, but she doesn't remember it. And Lily Dee Dee. Oh, strudel. She took like the boxes. I'm leaving. Thank you. The strudel.
She like the little frosting that goes on?
Oh, yeah. They got the whole thing. It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal. Let's see here. No. It's a lot of you guys. One hit wonder we got there. Vanilla Fudge. Not to be confused with ice. Vanilla Fudge. Which one was that? What band? What song?
I can't remember.
Oh, I would know
Beltanica.
this. I would know this had you not asked me.
Yeah, Beltanica. Mike said, hot take, humans should never determine what is morally right and wrong. Everything would be wrong. Well, who gets to determine that? That's the thing. Who gets to determine what's right and wrong? So, I think that's a good thing. I think we should be able to determine that. 8064 says, hot take, it's beautiful and almost 70 today. It'll probably be 30 next Tuesday. No. Stop saying that. For me, my hot take is I've been watching a lot of the Olympics. And while I am dazzled and excited by all of the pageantry and the hot Dutch female speed skaters and whatnot, I am crazy impressed. And maybe the most impressed by the drones that are flying around everywhere. It is awesome. And the fact that they're flying as in the luge and everything down the thing, it is so incredible. They're flying the ones that take off with the ski jumpers, also amazing. It's just the whole thing. The implementation of drones has been so amazing. It's been so credible. And you know what? I'm finding out about the Winter Games that if you're going to try a sport, the Winter Games may be it. Because there's a lot of sports that nobody does that if you're crazy enough to do them, one of our luge girls, I follow her. She went on a date with a guy who is doing luge. And he says, you should try it. And she joked around. And she went to the place he was going to go practice. And they have a practice thing there. And they had a day where anybody could come and see if they wanted just to try it for fun. She did it. And one of the guys comes up to her from the U.S. team and says, you should really do this. So she moved there. And the next thing you know, she's on the Olympic team. All from a blind date. All from a blind date. It is crazy. And then the skimo, which is one of my new favorite sports. By the way, to skimo is you run up the mountain with skims on your skis. Then you take them off and you have to go upstairs. Then you have to put your skis back off and run all the way to the top of the mountain. Then you have to ski back down and tag your partner in. And then he or she goes up. The U.S. team was hoping to qualify. And they had no woman. And the guys, he went to a long distance race, like one of the ultra marathons, told the girl he thought she'd be good at it. That was like 5 months ago. And she's like, I don't know. And they didn't just qualify. They won all of their stuff. And now they're in the Olympics. She had never skied like that before or done anything. It's crazy.
That doesn't even sound like something I would want to watch.
Dude, it's tough. It's tough. I don't do that. I sit mostly. What I do. We're going to curl. So that's about our speed. Do you guys have darts on ice?
By the way, Vanilla Fudge, their biggest hit was a version of "You Keep Me Hanging On." It was number 6 on the U.S. Billboard Hot.
Yeah, it was a psychedelic version.
Yeah. It was very acid trippy, which is not a gateway drug.
So here we go. 2140 says, I think we're all anti-pedophile. The problem with Chad is he's running his mouth like the Democrats. No proof. And just run the mouth. Run that mouth. Well, how can we have any proof when they hide everything?
Well, you just need to stop implying that somebody that he likes in government might be involved in it.
Yeah, that's it. And by the way, I didn't tell Howard Ludnick to lie on a podcast and everywhere else about hanging out with pedo dude. Right? There's your proof there. Ice on lawn. Oh, lawn darts on ice. That'd be interesting. That'd be dangerous. Speed skating's fun, too. I watch a lot of the speed skating. And not because the hot Dutch girl who's married, his fiance is Jake Paul.
Better not mess with her. Jake Paul will whip your ass.
Yeah, he will. He will. I heard the funny story about him with when they were going to fight Jake Paul and Mike Tyson and what's his name who runs the UFC. Dana White says, I don't think you should do this, dude. You're close to 60. And he goes, are you worried that he's going to knock me out? He goes, that guy couldn't knock me out if I just stood there. He goes, he's not going to knock me out. And apparently he told him afterwards, guys, I had to hold my punches. I could have killed him at any time. Yeah, different world. All right, coming up, more from all kinds of good stuff, right? We got a lot of stuff to talk about. And it is One Hit Wonder tomorrow. So whatever your One Hit Wonder is, somebody's very excited about Blind Melon. It may be the band. I don't know. Let us know what One Hit Wonder you'd like to hear us play tomorrow. And we're also going to have some goodies to give away tomorrow for One Hit Wonder, which is awesome. Chad Ben Show, Super Talk 99.7.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes. And right now, the FBI releasing a security camera image of a masked person recovered from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera. ABC's Aaron Katersky's in Tucson with the latest.
They are not characterizing the individual depicted in the image in any particular way, according to a message posted on social media by FBI Director Kash Patel. Previously, the FBI has said there are no suspects or persons of interest associated with Nancy Guthrie's disappearance. That now may be changing with the release of these images.
Savannah Guthrie posting one of the photos on her Instagram account with a brief message, quote, "We believe she is still alive. Bring her home." Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is coming under fire for his appearance in the Epstein files that were released by the Justice Department. Lutnick had said earlier that he cut off ties with Epstein before his conviction and that he barely knew him when the two were neighbors in New York. But during a Senate Appropriations Subcommittee hearing, Chris Van Hollen of Maryland asked Lutnick about the nature of his relationship with Epstein. And Lutnick said that he did go to Epstein's island with his family.
When you visited the private island, did you see anything inappropriate during that visit?
The only thing I saw with my wife and my children and the other couple and their children was staff who worked for Mr. Epstein on that island.
2 weeks after the deadly ice storm, Nashvillians are finding out there are new steps to ease the financial burden on their recovery. Mayor O'Connell's Restore Nashville plan directs Metro Water to seek bill credits and delays any shutoffs this month. NES is contributing $1 million to the city's recovery fund and expanding payment options for customers through December. United Way has sent at least $260,000 to local organizations to help residents rebuild and cover basic needs. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
All right, guys, the Wellness Institute in Nashville, write this down. Painisbad.com, painisbad.com, 615-246-5009. Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Ashley, they're my doctors. They should be yours, especially when it comes to your back, right? Don't mess with your back. Once your back goes sideways, it gets bad fast, and that is not good. And you don't want surgery, and you want to take shots. That's why the Wellness is your answer. So right now, for 2026, 47% off, non-surgical decompression. And what makes this so amazing is the new machine, the Hydrowave. So this thing stimulates your own stem cells, right, in your body, regenerates tissue to grow new blood vessels, healing the process called angiogenesis. They're the only ones in the state that have it. So if you're going somewhere else and have it, they're lying to you. They're it, and it works. So if you're sick and tired of being in pain, get this year off to the best start with my friends at the Wellness Institute in Nashville. Call them today. Set up an appointment. Take advantage of 47% off non-surgical decompression for the new year. 615-246-5009. 615-246-5009 or painisbad.com. We got the ratings finally in for the Super Bowl. The halftime show is the biggest of all time. 135 million people tuned in to the halftime show. 135 million. And I know that Turning Point got some 20-some million, but Apple also streamed the halftime show, and when last checked, they were over 50 million. And you know what? It's crazy, guys. So while all that was going on during the day, just to show you what's coming is the World Cup. Sunday morning, 11:30 our time, Manchester City took on Liverpool in a Premier League game. So Manchester City's arguably one of the top 2 or 3 big clubs on the planet. Liverpool's one of the top 5. They're the defending champions of the Premier League. Just to show you the reach of football, 750 million people around the world watched that game.
Good grief.
750 million people. That is a lot of peoples. That is a lot of people. So when to talk about the World Cup coming here, the 100 and some games, they're going to be the Super Bowl times 10. And the final will probably have close to 2 billion people. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. But 750, so it's a regular season game in the Premier League, 2 of the big boys fighting it out, 750 million people worldwide. Paid attention to that. That is huge. Massive. Interesting, people like, you should stop talking about Epstein because you don't know anything. And I start laughing. I'm like, is it because you feel like your team could be in trouble? It's not about teams here. It's about right or wrong. That's what people say, well, why didn't Biden do anything? First of all, I don't think Biden knew what the hell was going on. Secondly, and I think this is important, remember, these donors, these big, powerful people, they don't care who's in the office. They just want to know, can they control them? They don't care about any of that stuff. Carter mentioned that. Carter used to say, oh, I don't run anything. Somebody asked him, are you the most powerful man in the world? What's it like? He goes, I'm not the most powerful man in the world. There are other people more powerful than me. I mean, that's, he didn't lie. He was from Georgia. He liked peanuts. So, this is a right or wrong thing. That's it. Period. Case closed. Right or wrong. Fellas, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to play this. Now, oh, by the way, White Woman Wednesday tomorrow. I don't know what to do with Kylie. There is so much insanity with her. She will set a record tomorrow. and by the way, the halftime show, oh, man.
Oh, I bet she's got a lot to say about that.
So much to say about it. So much to say about the halftime show. But, fellas, I'm sticking up for us because this woman took to the internet, as everybody does, to talk about and to wear her badge of honor for what she did today that no other man could do.
I'm sorry, but a man could never. Today alone, I have gotten my daughter ready for school, dropped her off at school, came back home, got myself ready for the day, then worked my full-time job from home. On my lunch break, I cleaned my house, then had a little extra time and said, you know what? I'm gonna work on my little side hustle, my little side company that I do. Then now I am in line to pick my daughter up from school. From here, we will go to Publix. I will get stuff for dinner, and then I will make said dinner, and then I will probably clean up that dinner. And then I will give my daughter a bath, give myself a shower, put both of us to bed all in one day. And men are the superior species? As if.
Because no man could do that? How stupid and worthless do you think men are? I'm just curious.
Well, I think most of her attitude on her superiority comes from the fact that she obviously had an immaculate conception.
Well, yeah, there's also that. And by the way, just to let you know, she talks about, and then I do my job making jewelry or whatever you're doing. Yeah, honey, let's just settle down. I'm sure somebody's paying the freight for that thing on your side hustle. I didn't hear you mention I had to get up, drop the kid off at school, go to work from 8 o'clock till 5 o'clock, pick the kid up, take it home. No, you dropped the kid off. You went and fiddled around. Then you got the opportunity to pick her up again and come home after you went to Publix, But they act like, and men, I think we've done this to ourselves. We've diminished ourselves over the years. We've allowed ourselves to not be as important as we should be. But this thought process that, oh, no man could do this, settle down. Settle down. You'll be stuck with the kid. That's great. It's my child. I love my child. It'll be great. I'm not stuck with the child. We'll be fine. Right? We're going to be good. We're going to be good. I'm going to feed it and everything. I didn't know you were supposed to bathe them. Honestly, ladies, how stupid do you think? And I'm not saying guys aren't stupid, because we are. We could be stupid all the time. We are a simple creature. But when push comes to shove, we're not idiots. This whole well, you couldn't have done what I did. What'd you do? Did you go to a mommy and me class? Is that what you did? What do I get you? What kind of patch do I get you for that? Oh my Lord. By the way, I know why she's doing it alone, says one person.
Because she's insufferable.
Yeah. Most, yeah. My wife is always away for her business. I did that with 3 kids. I've been doing that with my 2 kids for the last 5 years, and I'm a man. Well, you're not like she is. It's just insane. I don't get the... And see, this is the beauty, the craziness of feminism. She's making it out to be a competition. Feminism was never supposed to be that kind of competition, right? Gloria Steinem and all those things. And the whole thing with her and, this push of feminism, am I a woman, and all these kind of things it was great. But older feminists will tell you the whole thing was about giving us equal opportunity, equal shot. Totally agree. It's fine. It wasn't about diminishing the man. And it shouldn't have been about competition. But it became that, which is a shame. You shouldn't want to compete with your husband because you feel you need to compete with your husband. And we shouldn't have to feel like that for a woman to get, ahead, she has to squash somebody down that's a dude as part of the competition. And unfortunately, that's the world that we've now find ourselves in, which drives me crazy because it's ridiculous. I love being a dad. It's the greatest job in the world. It is. It's a tough job, but it's not like I'm not swinging a hammer in 300-degree heat, right? My kids are pretty okay. I participate in their life. We're pretty okay.
It's both terrifying and the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Absolutely. It is terrifying. Why is it terrifying? Because I kill plants. Right? I'm not good with my dog. He poops in the house sometimes. When you're thinking that, when you're first going to have kids, you have no idea. What if I drop it? Right? What if I leave it somewhere? But then you get it, and by the third one, man, your kid falls in the street. Yeah, get up. You drive. I'm 7. Well, sit on your knees.
Gotta learn sometime.
Yeah. So it is, it's just this ridiculousness that we find. And like you say, Ken, it is, I wish I would have had my kids sooner, but it is the most terrifying and amazing thing in the world.
At the same time.
Just it terrifies the crap out of you because you're also realizing I'm raising somebody that eventually is going to be unleashed on the world, and I don't want them to be an a-hole.
Yeah, with me, it was I'm raising somebody.
Yes.
Me.
Yeah. I'm bad with me. I could barely do that with me. But this whole insanity of this competition. And I was watching Christine Polinsky's Tom Segura's wife. She's a comic. She's hilarious. She was talking about, Gloria Steinem. She goes, she mentioned all these kind of things. And she goes, and I am woman, hear me wrong. You know what she wasn't? She wasn't a mother. Right? She didn't quite get that part. We played Whitney Cummings last week. He used to be just a hardcore lefty. Now, she's a lot more conservative. Why? Because your life changes. You realize now that you take this person in and it's teamwork and it's easier to for both of you to be there to raise your kids together as a team, and all of that stuff is real, and you look at the world in a different way. But it shouldn't be competition and how you're bragging about that. You do what everybody else does and what you're supposed to do. Was it Chris Rock in the comic talking about that? What are you doing? I take care of mine. Good. That's what you're supposed to do. What do you want, a cookie? Oh, Lordy. Sports of the program is brought to you by National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. Remember, tomorrow's One Hit Wonder Wednesday. Got some good one-hit wonder suggestions on the phone line. Keep bringing them in on the text line. And we are going to have tickets, I think, to give away to Paul Simon. Is that his name, Paul Simon? Is he a French?
Yes, he's French.
Paul Simon. He's a tall fella, isn't he?
No.
No.
He's a rocker.
No.
No. Never met a drum he didn't hate.
Unless it was African.
Unless it was African, right. Or Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. What I am is... There's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah?
True.
There's a one. You know why? She had the one hit. He looked at her and goes, "You're done. All right? Get in the kitchen."
I don't think they
like
met.
Art Garfunkel.
I don't think they met until well after she was done.
It was weird. She just disappeared.
Well, she at the time that she broke through, grunge was about to happen. So her song hit, and then Geffen Records, which is the label that both Nirvana and Edie were on, kind of went, yeah, this grunge thing might be where we need to focus our efforts after this Nirvana blow up.
Yeah. But that's not a bad. By the way, she is still married to him since 1992.
Oh, well, good for them.
They've been married. Her last album came out in 91, and then she did one on her own in 2008, but the New Bohemians went away in 91. So there she goes. She got married to Paul, and she says, you know what? I think this will be all right. They got a bunch of kids. Lulu, Gabriel, Adrian, Edward. There you go. Good for you, Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians.
No art.
What?
No art.
No
that
art.
just shows you how much they hate each other now.
Yeah. No. Do they still hate each other?
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
I thought they kind of.
No, they had an attempt at a reunion, and Paul's issue with Art was that he's writing the songs. He wants Art to come in and work with him on them, and with the structure and arrangements and everything. And Art's like, "Yeah, you take care of it. I'll come in when it's time to sing." And Paul was like, "Well, then I'm not giving you half."
Oh, well, there you go. Whew.
That's a hard line.
Who's a better singer?
Oh, they're so different. I don't think you can really.
Who's got worse hair?
Now Paul does.
Okay, because Art's hair was crazy, and then Paul is like, you know what? Give me the bob, right?
Art was like, you want to see if a white boy can have an afro? Here's your answer.
What do you think about that?
What do you think of those apples? All right, coming up, more fun stuff all the way on this beautiful Hot Take Tuesday episode of the Chad Benz Show, Super Talk 997. Omaha Steaks, let me feed you, my pretties, with Omaha Steaks. 50% off site-wide, the President's Day sale going on. So site-wide, you go to omahasteaks.com, 50% off, the best in protein. Power forward with protein and the President's in their President's Day sale. So check this out. We're talking burgers, fillets. We're talking pork. We're talking the best in dogs. We're talking make your own. If you just want fillets, you just want burgers, they've got all the packages you could think of. Chicken breast, they've got seafood, everything. And it's 50% off site-wide. Now, when you go to checkout, you're thinking, oh, well, whose code should I put in? Benson. An extra $35 off at checkout. What? That's what it's about. America's Butcher since 1917. 100% unconditional money-back guarantee delivered to you The best of the best in taste and quality, like you cannot believe it, is Omaha Steaks. And their presidential sale is going on now. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use my code Benson. That's omahasteaks.com. Code Benson gets you $35 extra off at checkout. omahasteaks.com.
New information on Nancy Guthrie's disappearance and the White House now pushing back on calls for the Commerce Secretary to resign over the Epstein files. These stories and more coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Bunch of clowns. Who's
Tell
running
me
this
you can't
place?
read the room without telling me you can't read the room.
Are you guys just thinking about the fact that he lied to you and then went to the Pedo Island and took his family on a vacation there? We're only there for an hour. You're a clown. And I don't believe that you were only there for an hour. And I don't believe that was the only time you saw him. There you go. By the way, T-Line. That is Thursday, right? Yeah. We're going to slide it. I love who wrote this. Let's slide into an unforgettable experience. Join Super Talk 99.7 WTN at T-Line Nashville as we broadcast live with me, Chad Benson, followed by Matt Murphy for a sweep, sip, and snack curling challenge Thursday, February 12th or October. Come all the time to T-Line. So grab your team, hit the ice. Let me tell you what's going to happen. you're going to hit the ice.
One way or the other.
Your ass is going down.
Not me. I'm the sipper.
You are going to be sweeping it, and you better deal with it. Okay, so this is what you get. $30. You're going to get a curling session and an appetizer for only $25. Lots of laughter and camaraderie. Hey, guys. Camaraderie. Who's into that? Huh? A little bit of that. A little bit of the camaraderie. If you want more info, visit 997WTN.com. Just coming out to T-Line. It's awesome. They got the little bowling as well. I don't know what they call that with the
little bowling.
Yeah, little bowling. It'll be fun. So get your butt out there. Have some fun with us, kids. We're going to be out there doing some stuff. We're going to be curling for the Olympics. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. More about Howard Lutnick and his, memory lapse of Pedo Island.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's that. We got some Olympic stuff. More on Nancy Guthrie. That's Savannah Guthrie's mom. Now they have a video and a picture of the guy, but it's going to be hard to figure out who that is. Chad Bench Show, Super Talk 99.7.
Two o'clock on the dot. I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast coming up in 5 minutes.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Michelle Franzen. Just over a week after police say Nancy Guthrie was taken against her will from her Arizona home, the FBI releasing the first images from a surveillance camera outside the 84-year-old's front door. FBI Director Kash Patel posting 4 images on social media, he says showing an armed and masked individual. ABC's Aaron Katursky is in Tucson.
They appear to come from the doorbell camera here at Nancy Guthrie's home that had been tampered with, according to the FBI. And if you look at these images that appear in black and white, you see an individual who appears to be wearing a backpack and a mask and gloves. And one of those images quite up close to the doorbell camera, the FBI says that is the individual tampering with the camera.
Authorities also posted video from the same surveillance camera. Nancy Guthrie's daughter, Today anchor Savannah Guthrie, in a new Instagram post, says, "We believe she's alive. Bring her home." This is ABC News.
Meanwhile, the White House pushing back on calls for Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick to resign after he admitted he did have lunch with Jeffrey Epstein after Epstein's conviction.
Secretary Lutnick remains a very important member of President Trump's team, and the president fully supports the secretary.
Same goes for Speaker Mike Johnson.
It's absurd. Howard Lutnick is a great Commerce Secretary who's done an extraordinary job for the country, and Thomas Massey should stop playing political games.
So Lutnick had said earlier that he cut off ties with Epstein before his conviction and that he barely knew him when the two were neighbors in New York. But during a Senate Appropriations Subcommittee hearing, Chris Van Hollen of Maryland asked Lutnick about the nature of his relationship with Epstein, and Lutnick said that he went to Epstein's Island with his family and family friends to have lunch after his conviction. Credit card debt in the U.S. now climbing to a record $1.28 trillion, according to new data from the New York Federal Reserve. Researchers say the rise highlights a growing K-shaped economy. That's where higher-income households keep spending while lower-income Americans fall further behind. Delinquencies on credit cards, auto loans, and mortgages are rising the fastest in the lowest-income neighborhoods. And more than half of credit card users say they now rely on plastic to cover essential everyday expenses. Here in Nashville, Metro Council members going to hold a special joint meeting today to examine how Nashville handled the recent winter storm. Councilman Jordan Huffman says communication breakdowns left residents confused and in some cases unsafe. City departments and utilities, including NES and Metro Water, will be on hand to answer questions. That meeting starts at 5 o'clock today at the historic courthouse and will include up to an hour of public comment. That's the latest news. Weather is next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Thunderstruck. Yeah. We were joking earlier, old Bell and I. By the way, this portion of the program is brought to you by NCA, National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. When you pull the podcast, there's no music, so you'll just hear me go, yeah.
Well, they kind of hear that too on the air because on the video feed.
Yeah.
Because the music isn't being fed to the internet.
So you guys get it. I'm rocking out. Rocking out.
It's a cappella.
It is. I do it. That's just like Simon and the Garfunkel.
Simon and Garfunkel fellas.
Simon and Garfield. They would have been better.
Are you going to Scarborough Fair?
I'm not. I'm not going anywhere they are. You and your stupid music that I hate.
I like Boy in the Bubble.
I like none of their crap. There's probably no, well, it's hard. I would rather listen to the Beatles on repeat than anything that is awful.
You don't like You Can Call Me Al?
No.
Call me Al.
What was the other one he did, right? Didn't he and Bobby McFerrin do something
There was
too?
Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes, and there was Graceland.
Whatever.
Graceland. Going to Graceland. And then Boy in the Bubble. Can't forget about that. Got a big tuba playing in it.
Oh, well.
That's what I like about that song. I've never heard a tuba in a song like that.
God, it was just crap. It's all just a bunch of crap. Crap! It is. That was big music, all the beatniks back then, right? All up in Haight-Ashbury, and then if they're not, they're out there in New York, roaming there, playing their guitars, singing.
The beatniks.
It's a poem, but I put music underneath it. It's stupid. I just remember Animal House, right? When Blutowski picked up the dude's guitar when he was singing and smashed it against the wall. John Belushi. Why? Because it's stupid music. That's why. Some of you guys are going to be like, it's not stupid music. Julio Down at the Schoolyard.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one too.
Oh, God.
That was Simon and Garfunkel, though. That wasn't solo.
It wasn't? I
know.
You know what? Paul Simon. He's a little guy.
Hey, little fella.
He's very much a little fella.
He's probably better. He and I are probably the same height.
No, I think you're bigger than him. How tall do you think Paul Simon is? I'm going to go 5'5" at best.
I'm 5'5.5".
But that's a lie with the 5'5", because you know he's an actor. I mean, he's a musician. He's 5'3".
He's 5'3".
So you know he's 4'11".
I could take
and
him.
Edie's taller than he is.
Of course she is.
I could take him in a wrestling match.
You could. You could wrestle him. We should have tickets for Paul Simon tomorrow, by the way. And but of all the tickets I think we have, and you guys can check these tickets. We got Bocelli, and we got Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow, my bad. Did I say Manilow? That's awful for me. You can get check out everything at 997WTN.com for your chance to win tickets. Bocelli. God, he's just so amazing.
Hey, Chad.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure Barry knows he's gay.
I know that.
So I don't think he's going to be too
for
offended.
years. You know, he and Liberace pretended like they weren't. Was it? What was it? The Austin Powers with Liberace. Who saw that, man? But Bocelli the other night when he sang at the Olympics, just incredible. Mariah Carey was there too. So there was that.
You know, when he gets paid, who does he have look at the check to make sure it's the right number?
Oh, that's kind of a mean thing. Probably his agent, who I'm sure is. But then you don't know. But he's got his son now is touring with him. I think his son's on tour with him right now. And his son is also pretty damn good. Pretty, like that guy, he brought it the other night. He did. You know, it's probably, very few times Mariah's like, oh, well, there's that, right? That guy in the Olympics, that guy. Meanwhile, video from Nancy Guthrie, that's Savannah Guthrie's mom's, her home, shows an armed masked person obstructing a camera and then doing weird stuff in front of the camera. But there's no doubt he wasn't there to play trick or treat. I want to know, so if the cameras are working, and I don't know what he was trying to do with if you guys see the film, he has what looks to be weeds or some sort of flowers that he goes and picks out of the right out of the awning. He walks, because he's not in a hurry, and he picks it up and he puts it in front of the camera on several occasions. They have to have him potentially taking her out on camera, I would assume.
Unless he damaged it here.
Yeah.
Unless this is where he disarmed it, I guess.
Because I thought that's what originally I thought they said there were several cameras that were disarmed, as well as, did you say there was like those floodlights where if the sensors?
Yeah, floodlights that from what I saw last week had been smashed.
So the weird thing is you're not getting anything out of this outside of looks like a horror movie. It's a guy in, it's black and white, so you don't know what he's like. If you can't tell what his clothes are, he's got black gloves on. One of them looks like a mitten. And then he has a backpack and appears to have at one time when they take a picture from him looking into the camera, he takes the small flashlight, puts it in his mouth, but you really can't. There's not much else distinguishable. I bet you, though, what they're going to do is they're going to find out. They're going to freeze frame it and see where that backpack is from. And then they're going to cross-reference it with every backpack bought in that area over the last several months or whatever, and then try to break it down from there. That's what I would do if I was the FBI and I had unlimited resources. But if the FBI is involved, I pretty much can say I doubt anything's going to happen. Wasn't very nice. It was kind of a swipe at the FBI. That's what I'm saying there. Just a little bit of a swipe. Meanwhile, Howard Lutnick, for those of you guys not keeping score, he's our Commerce Secretary. And he told everybody a while back on a podcast, but also in interviews before that he had met the scumbag of scumbags, hopefully rotting in hell, Jeffrey Epstein, just one time. Felt uncomfortable. After that, didn't have anything to do with him. Maybe not.
Did you, in fact, make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island.
Not helping you. The first thing I would ask him if I was there is, so wait, you knew who this guy was, you knew what he was about, and you got on a boat and went to his island, or you were on a boat and the boat, he said, hey, come on over to my island. You're like, yeah, sure. And you thought the best thing to do, knowing that he had been arrested and had the sweetheart deal of the century of, for him to get virtually no time because he's a pedo, and you decided, I'm going to bring my family.
Yeah, the invitation was probably more like, come on over to the island and bring the kids.
I don't. Yeah, the nannies. That was the other thing. People go, how many nannies has he had? A lot, apparently. At least 2. So that was your idea. No, you've got to go. And if you care about Trump, right, if this goal here is like, I do care about the administration, I care about Trump, I don't want to be a distraction. And I heard that's what Thomas Massey, who, of course, everybody hates for whatever reason, because, Chad, he tells Trump no. Okay, whatever. But
good for him.
Then maybe the best thing for you to do is to actually step away. If you care that much about the administration and you don't want to be a distraction. Don't you guys think the best thing to do is to maybe step away? I would think so. Now, more and more is coming out and has been over the last 24 hours. Now that they've unredacted a lot of stuff and people are getting a look at what is going on in this thing with people's names, because most of the stuff that was unredacted were the kids that are young women, and some of them are older women now, and their names. But the power brokers weren't. And as Ro Kahana said, in the space of a little while, how many people did they find? They found 6 that were, pretty, by the looks of it, pretty powerful. And, Howard Lutnick's on there. This is Ro Khanna yesterday.
People in power, whether they're in government, whether they're in finance, whether they're in technology, if they have been implicated in the files in morally embarrassing ways and in ways that shock the conscience, should be held accountable. And it should be regardless of party. I believe that Lutnick, at the very least, needs to be brought before Congress. I think, based on the evidence, he should be out of the cabinet. But I mean, people say, "Oh, you're just a Democrat saying that." No, I mean, look at what he is, how much influence he had with Epstein, and he wasn't transparent about it. But again, it's not about Lutnick, and it's not about any particular person. In this country, we have to make a decision. Are we going to allow rich and powerful people who were friends and had no problem doing business and showing up with a pedophile who was raping underage girls? Are we just going to allow them to skate? Or like other countries, are we going to have elite accountability and have accountability for the people who did that? Most Americans believe we need accountability.
And I agree with that. I do. And several of you asked, so Lutnick met him after he had already done his time for what he did earlier. And everybody knew who he was. Everybody knew the sweetheart deal. So after. Before, no. I mean, if you met him before and you went to his island for a lunch and you took your family, I don't think anybody cares. But the fact that it was after that and you had told everybody you didn't have anything else to do with him, and now people are questioning that. And there are more and more questions as they go through just this 3 million. What's in the 3 million that we can't see? That's a good goodness. And why it matters? If you guys care about Trump and the Republicans, that's a big... Here's a distraction that you don't want. Here's a nightmare that is growing on a daily basis. And it's not going anywhere. I said it wasn't going to go anywhere. Here's something for you guys, you especially you two. Any other time in history where we weren't this divided, if there was something like this, I think it would be hard for anybody to hold on to power in any way, shape, or form. I mean, my goodness, Keir Starmer, the prime minister, is probably going to be gone sooner rather than later because he appointed a guy to be the ambassador to the United States who had dealings with Epstein, but he said, I didn't have any more. Then when this stuff came out, you found out he had all kinds of stuff that he had done with him. And his cabinet, for the most part, and his undersecretaries are all resigning, and everybody's waiting for him to resign. And then you had Andrew, who's an idiot, who should be in jail, is the only one that's paid the price. And the Brits are trying to figure out how they can get him over here so he can testify. And we're like, let's just slow down.
Can't Charles just order him to do it?
Yeah, he should.
I mean, it's like he's a member of the royal family, so it seems like the king would be able to say, you're doing this or else.
Yeah. Well, I think he's going to have no choice. He's probably going to say, listen, I saw what you said about me. Okay. How you wished Epstein was your brother. Well, now you could go over and visit your brother. You jerk. So, yeah, this is everywhere else it seems to be going forward fast. Here, we seem to be wanting to protect people that shouldn't be protected. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Clinton or Trump. I don't care I don't care if it's Mickey Mouse. Oh, boy. I don't care who it is. For what they did, there needs to be some accountability. And by the way, Pam Bondi, useless, right?
Justice Department Barbie.
Just useless. And then when it comes to Kash Patel, right?
And he's been busted for lying under oath.
Yeah, he's a clown.
And they aren't going to charge him.
Yeah. Just so, I got news for you. Anybody should want that. Right? Because this is about doing the right thing. This isn't right or left. This is right and wrong. All right, coming up, it's Hot Take Tuesday. Very hot outside, which is odd because it is warm outside today. It feels like it's 90 because it's been so cool. But we're doing a little Hot Take Tuesday. Remember, hot takes are non-political takes. Okay? We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. Relief Factor. Get yourself the relief you need with Relief Factor. You take it every single day. It's naturally formulated. So this focuses on, especially like if you're working out. Like I've been working out a lot, trying to get myself fitter and fitter and lifting more and more weights and stuff. This helps me recover. It helps with my muscles and the inflammation. It is awesome. But it helps with the daily aches and pains, right? This is as young as we're ever going to be is today and right now. And as you know, sometimes in life, you just have those aches and pains. Relief Factor helps you with that. And so many of my listeners said, I was skeptical and I tried it. And guess what? They love it. Okay? So a 3-week quick start right now. You can get it for $19.95. And you go to relieffactor.com. Make sure you tell them I sent you. But you can take it every day. It's not addictive. And it focuses on the parts, the pathways when it comes to inflammation, especially with aches and pains in your joints and your muscles. So try Relief Factor today. Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF, 800 the number 4-RELIEF for Relief Factor.
New info in Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, and the White House pushes back on calls for the resignation of the Commerce Secretary over the Epstein files. These stories and more coming up at 2:30 on Supertone 99.7 WTN.
Every Tuesday, it's day before Wednesday, for those of you not keeping score, we like to have a little bit of fun. We like to give you some sizzling hot takes. We do the Hot Take Tuesday. Hot Take, Hot Take, Hot Take Tuesday.
It's a hot take.
Oh, so hot. In fuego. That's Spanish for you guys. I hope you guys are okay with that. Probably thinking, oh, my God, are we back to the Bad Bunny stuff?
I was getting ready to say, I learned that during the Super Bowl.
By the way, I just sent you something, Ken. You have to go look at it.
Okay.
It is on TikTok. It is the sign language girl for Bad Bunny, you know, doing this. Oh, my God, is she smoking hot? But she is so into it. And again, I don't know if it's right or wrong, because how many times did we see with those sign language people find out it's all full of crap? But she's doing a good job, right? Like, she's into it, too. There's times when she just stops sign language and she's just dancing.
Jamming.
She's just dancing. She's just dancing, kids. My hot take for the day is I'm loving the Olympics. I enjoy it. Getting behind Team USA, it's all great. But so far, the winner that should get gold medals, the drones. It is just so amazing to watch the drones and to see how incredible it is. They fly around and, like, last night, Charlie and I are watching as they're doing the luge, because I'm trying to get Charlie to do the luge, because that's what good dads do. And she was as excited as I was, as they take off and they pick up top speed, within 2 seconds, here comes right on its heels is the drone. And it's hauling ass. And then it gets to a certain level where it starts to turn the luge, and it stops and it turns around and it comes home. And it's been incredible. So my gold medal so far for the Olympics. There's my hot take, baby. The luge should have its own event.
That's a hot take for a cold sport.
Oh, baby. All right. What do you got for us, Bell?
Pop-Tarts are way overrated. And if you want something for your breakfast snack, you need to be eating a toaster strudel with the white icing.
The white icing?
Yeah.
What's the white icing?
Cream cheese.
Is it?
Ooh, yeah. I'll go, as long as it's not coconut.
That is. Oh, coconut. Again. All right. Coconut, stupid. We all recognize that. If I got stuck on a place where I'm drinking coconut, I'm not eating any coconut. Silly coconut.
Yeah, I'm naked and afraid I'd eat coconut. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's.
But that's because I wouldn't want to eat a spider.
Yeah. Well, don't eat a spider.
Well,
That'd
and I'd
silly.
be naked too.
How many spiders they say we eat a year? Is it like 6?
Yeah, they say in your sleep spiders crawl around in you.
There you go. There you go, kids.
Well, that's 6 involuntarily.
Well, yeah, but that's for dinner. It's a different story because I don't know how many how much meat I eat during the year, right? But like when I'm sleeping, sometimes I eat a spider. It tastes good. What do you got for us, Ken?
Here we go. Mid-February is that magical time of year when we've already quit our New Year's resolutions, but still blame the weather for everything.
Oh, we do.
It's just got too cold, man.
Yeah, I can't go outside. I mean, I know my gym's indoors, and I would drive straight over there, but it's outside. It's cold. So
Dude, there's a rip in the butt of your jeans. It's because it's so cold.
It's so cold
I haven't been able to lose weight.
Because of your jeans? Because of the rip in my jeans, I can't lose weight. I'm so sorry about that. Here's a hot take. People that drive with their left foot propped up on the dashboard, says Sally. That is so true.
I think I've seen that on 24.
That would be awesome. You should do luge. You weigh so much. Hell, you'd go 500 miles an hour. You think? Is that the roasting me? Did you just roast me? Oh,
if
God.
you have to ask, they did not.
Oh, my goodness me. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I would have younger. I think I might have tried the luge. A bobsled looks like fun. But the luge, oof, that's, they're going 80 miles an hour on their back. That's insane.
And terrifying.
And terrifying as well. There we go. Let's see here. A lot of you, Jeep drivers are crap.
I like that. Yes.
Here's one. Having a dog on your lap while you're driving is distracted driving. I believe so.
Yes, and dangerous.
And very dangerous.
For the dog, especially.
You know what I love seeing is when the passenger has their foot up on the dashboard and they're just kind of sitting there like it's a convenience for them.
Yes.
Well, if that airbag pops, your feet are coming off. You're going to break your legs and your feet are going to get ripped off your body.
You only do it once, though.
True.
You only do it once. So, but somebody said earlier, too, that he saw William Shatner driving and eating a bowl of cereal while I was driving. I'm like, that's kind of a big baller right there. Because we were talking about Shatner. Saw a commercial with Shatner last night. He looks like he's 60 at best.
I've seen it, too.
You know where he made most of his money?
Is it when didn't he give his voice to several things and take stock, right?
Yeah, and he got in as a spokesperson for Priceline.
That was it.
Paid him in stock, and when he sold out, it was probably more than he's made in any movie industry project or anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
What about T.J. Hooker?
Great show. Should have won more Emmys. I don't think it was. Adrian Samed. That's all you need to know.
No, Heather Thomas. That's all you need to know.
Adrian Samed. I met Adrian Samed. I was like, this guy's a star. Heather Thomas was so beautiful. She was also in
Fall Guy?
Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
great.
then she went to Melrose Place.
What is she doing over there?
She became one of the antagonists.
Oh, I bet she did because she was so hot.
Whenever all the cool, 20-somethings decided to get, real jobs, she became a real tough businesswoman.
That's what she does. You don't mess with her, Morgan Fairchild, either. Morgan Fairchild. Whatever happened to her?
Yeah, what did happen to her? She's still around,
Yeah.
isn't she?
I thought she
hope
had some
so.
issues, like, mentally.
Oh, that's too
Because she
bad.
hasn't really done much since she played Chandler's mother on Friends.
Yeah, and then I think she's done a couple. Yeah, but Morgan Fairchild. I look back at Morgan Fairchild. I'm like, really not that hot, right?
I guess I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought she was.
Totally going a different way. But did you know that Lindsay, what was $6 million, or the Bionic Woman, was it? Well, Lindsay Wagner.
Lindsay Wagner
actually won an Emmy for that garbage.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
And Lee Majors didn't?
Lee Majors
Look,
never
no
got
matter
it.
how you think about it, those were kids' shows, and they were terribly executed.
Yeah,
Yeah, but not whenever he fought Bigfoot. That was real.
that was real. I love it.
That's when the adults came back in the room to watch the show.
So, somebody said you're all getting Heather Locklear and Heather Thomas mixed up.
Oh, Heather Locklear, yes.
Boston Legal. Denny Crane, one of the great characters
Denny
in television.
Crane, yes, sir.
When he shot the guy, because Denny doesn't miss. He's so funny in that. Oh, Lord. All right, coming up.
I
we
thought
got
Heather Locklear and Heather Thomas were the exact same person.
a little bit. I thought Heather Thomas was hotter. But Locklear was nice, too. They're all nice. You know who wasn't? Daphne Zunanga? Remember her?
Zuniga?
Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of that.
She's not nice?
No, I just didn't think she was that hot.
Oh.
You know, they made her like the hottie on the Melrose Place and whatnot. I just didn't think she was.
She was one of them.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, coming up, we got a lot of good fun stuff for you. Probably I got some text messages. Tell us your hot takes on this Tuesday. That's all straight ahead, Chad Benson, Super Talk 987.
I'm Ken Weaver with your top stories. Got the full forecast in 5 minutes. Big development in the search for Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today co-anchor Savannah Guthrie. The FBI has released images of a masked person recovered from Nancy Guthrie's doorbell camera. ABC's Alex Stone on the developing news.
These images are like something out of your worst nightmare. Nighttime photos showing a man in a full ski mask with only his eyes and his mouth showing. He had a zip-up sweatshirt on and gloves and is wearing a backpack. He appears to bash the doorbell camera. In one image, he seems to be holding flowers or brush up to the camera. He's holding a flashlight in his mouth in one of the pictures. It's pretty incredible. Google was able to retrieve these images. Google owns Nest, the camera company. Because Nancy Guthrie wasn't paying for a subscription, they said that there were no images stored. But through a back-end system, the FBI says the images were recovered.
The White House offers no clarification on whether President Trump knew about any criminal activities from Jeffrey Epstein. A former police chief reportedly told the FBI he talked to Trump in 2006 and said Trump told him that he was relieved Epstein was being investigated, but the president said he wasn't aware of what Epstein was doing. At the White House press briefing today, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said this.
Look, it was a phone call that may or may not have happened in 2006. I don't know the answer to that question. What I'm telling you is that what President Trump has always said is that he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of his Mar-a-Lago club because Jeffrey Epstein was a creep, and that remains true. And this call, if it did happen, corroborates exactly what President Trump has said from the beginning.
Money news: Americans ended last year owing more on their credit cards than ever before, reaching $1.28 trillion. That's the latest news. Weather's next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
All right, guys, my friends over at Beacon Capital Management want to talk to you. They got all kinds of good stuff, like they can help you with your taxes. One big, beautiful, big, very big bill. Has all kinds of things inside of it that you can take advantage of when it comes to your taxes. But here's the thing. These things don't last forever, and you've got to know exactly what you're doing and get yourself in trouble. Up to $10,000 off in car loan interest. You can do that, right? You can deduct that. But there are certain things you have to know about, like where it's assembled, things like that. Top of that, if you're over 65, you're eligible for an additional senior deduction up to $6,000 for the phase out. It's not quite a complete elimination on taxes on Social Security benefits, but while it's here, take advantage of it. And let's not forget all the other great things they can do. They can help you with your dollars and cents, your investing, especially with your retirement. And let's think about health care and, yes, kids, long-term care as well as estate planning. That's what I want you to do. Absolutely free, personalized consultation with my friends at Beacon Capital Management. Call them today, 615-488-9303, 615-488-9303, or check them out online at beaconcm.com for Beacon Capital Management. This is a paid placement. Friends over at Bulwark want to talk to you. Give you a free, no obligation risk review when it comes to your portfolio and your investments. They're up quite nicely over the last year and a half and then some, and they're continuing to do well. And part of the things that they do that is so much different than everybody else comes to the world of investing, whether it's retirement, is they look elsewhere. They look at America and say, I think this market's completely overbought. Way too much in here. Too many people focusing on one or two stocks. Look elsewhere. And they've been really successful with that. They would love to show you what it is they do, lower risk, lower cost, lower volatility, and what they can do to help you with their value-based investing and fundamentals. So this is what I want you to do. Sign up today, absolutely free for you. It's a Know Your Risk portfolio review from Bulwark Capital Management. Go to knowyourrisk Podcast, KNOW-podcast.com to sign up today. You can sign up for all of the stuff they do. Every single day they have a thing called Spots and Dots where they give you all of the recap of what's going on in the market. They're on Apple. They got all kinds of great stuff. Check them out. But get the Know Your Risk portfolio review today. Go to knowyourriskpodcast.com for Board Capital Management. Investment advisory service offered through Trick Financial LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Investment involved risk, not a guarantee. Past performance not guaranteed. Future results. Track 26351. This portion of the show is powered by NCA, National Certified Alarms, no long-term contracts, license number 645. 645. A lot of you chiming in about the Heather Locklear, Heather Thomas debate. I was a Heather Thomas fan. She was so hot.
They're the same person.
Heather Locklear and Heather Thomas are not?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
She was in the Fall Guy. You know, they did the Fall Guy movie. Her and Lee Majors were in it. So, like, they had a cameo.
It still didn't stop the movie from sucking.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it was crap.
It was fun. Dude, you suck. God, he just sucks. God, Eeyore, you were the worst. Every dude's bad. That's all I hear
A bad
from you.
movie's a bad movie, and there's a lot of bad movies out there.
Oh, there's so many bad movies out there.
Not any Nick freaking Cage movies.
Freaking Cage. I wonder what he's up to. Let's see what horrible movie he's got coming out.
What was the Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff that he did?
Willy's Wonderland.
Had no dialogue at all.
No, he never says a word in the whole movie. If you've not seen it, people, I advise you to go see Willy's Wonderland. You will not be disappointed.
He's literally the star of the movie in almost every scene and never says a word.
Never says a word. It is awesome.
That's all Nick Cage has to do is just give you a look.
It's the look. That's it. Okay, so what does he have coming up, man? He's got he's got Gambino, where he plays Carlo Gambino.
Really?
Lords of War, where he plays Yuri Orlov.
Isn't that a sequel?
Yeah.
Okay.
From Lord of War. True Detective, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Wait a minute. He did a True Detective?
Yes.
On HBO?
Yeah, he plays Henry Logan. And it comes out in 2027.
Awesome.
This one is supposed to be the one. Best Pancakes in the County is supposed to be this awesome action movie.
There we go.
Spider Noir.
Yeah, that Best Pancakes in the County, that's the one that's supposed to be set in Arkansas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Madden, of course, which is post-production right now. Fortitude and The Prince, where he plays, are you ready for this? A pimp.
Oh, my gosh. I am behind in my Nick Cage viewing.
He is just awesome. Nick Cage, just doing it. Never lets us down. Even when you let us down, you never really let us down.
Not really.
No. So, for sure, check out the next of the Nick Cage.
You guys got to watch this movie. I watched him in where he and his girlfriend, they take over this hotel. And apparently the guy they take over for it is kind of a perv. So he set up cameras, behind mirrors in rooms. And he gets addicted to watching his tenants.
It's so awesome.
Oh, my gosh.
I think people walk up with a camera and go, we're going to shoot a movie. What are you? You're addicted to walk. And he just, okay. And he just does it.
Oh, my gosh.
He just does it. And he's got a lot of interesting movies out there. But I'm telling you, watch Willy's Wonderland. It is so awesome. And he doesn't say a word. And it's great. And Mandy is crazy, too. It's like a psychedelic revenge horror movie where he's awesome. And then the other one that he does that's incredible, because there's so many of them, I like which to choose from.
Yeah.
The other one, have you seen Drive Angry?
No.
Oh, watch Drive Angry.
Good grief, man.
This is where he escapes hell to come back and save like his daughter. And it's great. It's like everything you could dream a Nick Cage movie is. It's like, yeah, this is what I paid for. That's what you voted for? This is what I paid for. Oh, lordy. Oh, by the way, you heard Chris talk about was it Steak of the Union?
Yes, sir.
That is the 24th at the Legends Steakhouse in Smyrna. Come break bread with us. So we're going to broadcast live. We're all going to be there. And then, of course, you guys, too. It's only 100 tickets available. And for $100, you're not getting anything close to this. 9-ounce Legends sirloin. What? 2 sides, salad bar, strawberry cake, non-alcoholic beverage, choice of there. And the tax, gratuity, everything just for $100. So come on out. If you've always wanted to yell at me, feel free to do it. right? Like, who would want to do that? Who would want to do that? Just a little while ago, on the floor, Ro Kahana decided, screw it. We've got 6 names. Let's talk about who they are. I'm going to name them right here on the floor.
Congressman Massey and I went to the Department of Justice to read the unredacted Epstein files. We spent about 2 hours there, and we learned that 70 to 80% of the files are still redacted. In fact, there were 6 wealthy, powerful men that the DOJ hid for no apparent reason. When Congressman Massey and I pointed this out to the Department of Justice, they acknowledged their mistake, and now they have revealed the identity of these 6 powerful men. These men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikoladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner.
Leslie Wexner, which we already knew about.
Is he
Leslie.
American?
Yeah.
He was the only one that they listed that was American.
Well, and that's just because why? They said everything was unredacted and 75% of it's still redacted? That's insane. That's insane. Les Wexner, if you guys don't know who he is. So if I'm correct, Les, this guy used to run Victoria's Secrets. He's worth $9 billion. And, oh, by the way, he was giving old Jeffrey tons of money all the time. Lets him run his money, lets him handle his money. It was insane. On top of Victoria's Secrets, he had Bryant. Victoria's Secrets, he bought as well. He also had several other, he was a big, The Limited, he was a big, he built all these massive brands. And then he handed money over to this guy. Why? Again, what did you do? You were a failed Goldman Sachs Bear Stearns guy who taught school. You weren't even good at any of these things. And then magically you get all of this stuff. And so there's a lot of issues with this. But the Wexner thing is that's not a surprise. But I will tell you there's going to be more coming down because, how many times has Trump mentioned? How many times has Clinton mentioned? You know what? If I'm those guys, I want my name cleared. And let me tell you how you get out there in front of it, because the longer this goes, the worse it's going to get, the more people are going to dig. Get out in front of it. And do not let Ghislaine Maxwell out of jail because she, quote unquote, can clear you of anything, which is what her attorney told everybody. Do not do that. Do not do that whatsoever.
Just by human nature, nobody's going to believe it now if she says something.
No way. No, yeah, by human nature. Because you've already said the only way I'm going to clear them is if they let me out. Well, now why should I believe anything you have to say? Oh, Lord. Oh, by the way, Ken, one other movie you need to watch.
Okay.
Prisoners of Ghostland.
Prisoners of Ghostland.
Okay, so this movie is maybe the trippiest movie. So it's a notorious criminal, right? He's got to break into this cursed underworld, and they capture Nick Cage and kind of make him go do it. And if I'm correct, I think it's like a Western, but in modern times.
Yes.
And I think they kit him up with this outfit where he has got a bomb on his grundle and on his neck. And if he doesn't do what he's supposed to, the samurais and everything, they can blow him up at any time. And he's got to go into this place where Sophia Botella is. You know who she is?
No.
Did you remember, what's that movie? Oh, goodness me. Oh, she's in The Mummy, which is awesome.
Is she pretty?
She is gorgeous. But she's in The Kingsman. She's the hot chick with the bouncy legs with the knives on it. Remember that?
No.
Did you ever see The Kingsman movie?
I never did.
Oh, she is gorgeous.
I'm way behind on my viewing.
You are. But see the Prisoners of Ghostland, you'll walk away going, awesome. Nick, once again, Academy Award winner. Tell you that right now. All right, coming up, Matt is here. I think. I haven't seen him. But we're going to go with it. If not, then I'll be here. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 98.7. Matt is here. Saw him. He came in, looked at me, said, turned around, walked away. By the way, end of the second period in Italy. United States women hockey team 4, Canada nothing. How's it going, eh?
Man, I wish I had Peacock in here. I could watch that.
You could. So we're up 4-0. Normally this is the final, but we're laying a whooping on them.
Way to go, ladies.
The ladies are getting it did. Matt, what's up, brother?
I'm very disappointed.
In?
We didn't get the gold in curling.
No,
we didn't?
No, we lost
No.
it to Sweden, right?
We lost to
That's
Sweden.
how you finish the show with that kind of negativity?
I didn't.
Wow.
He started his show that way.
I mean, my show's not even begun yet. I'm finishing your show.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He came in here and just, But that's okay, though, because we're all about positivity.
Am I the first one to bring this up? I thought Chad was the curling guy.
I know. We've been talking about it, but I didn't want to ruin it for everybody. You know, we've been talking about the good stuff, like all the drones and how awesome it is to watch them fly around.
I'm a little ticked at, with all of these platforms they move things around so much. I mean, whatever amount of Olympic watching that I'm doing is annoying me because, like, I get into something and then they say, we're going to finish that up on Peacock Plus. But right now we're getting into this.
Yeah.
I'm like, why don't you finish it up right here where you started, NBC? Hello.
I like that.
We're trying to make people buy Peacock Plus.
I think that's...
You know what? You're absolutely correct in that, friend.
Ken Weaver.
At Peacock Plus. You got to watch those guys.
Yeah. There's, well, you know.
Matt, what's your favorite Olympic sport? What's your favorite Olympic sport?
My favorite Olympic sport?
Yeah, the one that you
the
would
Winter Olympics.
most look forward to seeing.
In the Winter Olympics?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
not a lot of passion for the
I have
Winter
a passion.
Games?
So I love my country more than I hate all of this crap.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at on it. So I love the United States of America. So if the United States of America is doing good in something, I will root for the United States of America, regardless of what the contest is. I was watching some of that ski jumping last night.
That's fun.
That's good. And about halfway through this, this is the small hill. I was like, oh my God, this is the small hill?
Tiny, it's little fella.
It doesn't look like a small hill.
No, well, no. To them it probably is. To us, we'd be terrified. It's a black diamond.
I mean, they're coming off the thing at like 85 miles an hour or something like that.
So insane. I was watching some of the figure skating with the quad god, who's our big star. He does a somersault, which, by the way, he gets no points for. You don't get any points for doing it, but he does it anyways, just to show everybody how badass he is.
You don't think he gets a little style, a little
No, they said you get no points for it whatsoever. They took it away years ago because there was a French lady. She was the only one who could do it. And they said, because we don't want people, getting hurt.
Hurting themselves.
And
right.
But he does it anyways because he's badass.
I like that.
So, but I've been watching, I like the ski jumping, and the downhill's been fun to watch.
Are we... we're not into what we're good at yet, right? I mean, aren't we? We're good at snowboarding.
Yeah.
We're good at figure skating.
That stuff's just started to take off right now.
Yeah,
so,
and that's just getting under.
And the men's hockey, I think, kicks off tomorrow. So
did they fix the hockey rink yet?
It was supposed to be 16,000 people there. 11,800 is all it holds. And by the way, the ladies, one of the Canadians, they were showing us around. I was watching her on TikTok, and it's like they went and bought one of those warehouses that are just aluminum, and then they put a rink in there. And that's kind of what it looks like.
I think Erica told me that they where they're doing the curling is the same arena that they used the last time they had the Olympics there.
Oh, really?
But they just put a roof on it. This arena was used for like bigger events then, and now they're using it for quote unquote smaller events now. And this is an arena that they just put a roof on it and said, "Oh, use that."
Hey, have fun with curling. We're going to be curling.
Oh, I'm very excited about the curling Thursday. I'm a curling master.
I'm a master of curling.
I'm
Rachel downstairs, they curled on Friday night. Everybody went out from here, apparently. And she said, you're going to have some soreness in places you didn't think you should have soreness.
Huh.
So be prepared.
A little more difficult than we see on TV.
No, but the regular people struggle. You and I are going to be fine. We're going to fall down a lot.
I know how to slide on ice.
One Hit Wonder Wednesday tomorrow. We're out of here. Matt, straight ahead.